Welcome back to the Casa Street Fighter 5 Weekly. I am one of your commentators for our top 8, Brad Muse, and joining me is the illustrious Saint Cola, gracing our doorstep, came in through the neighborhood. How are you doing tonight, Saint Cola?
Bruh, I am fantastic. I'm ready to kick off my shoes and relax my feet, coming through the casa, baby. This is the second time, and I've been wanting to for a while, baby, and this is the great thing. You know I love my local play. You know I love watching y'all throw it down every Friday, so I had to come through again and, show some love, show some support. People, you know what it is. Make sure you guys are tweeting this out. Make sure you guys are clipping everything that you love. Make sure you guys are getting ready for some more great Street Fighter 5 action. Top 8 style. Who do we have on the deck?
We have, on one hand, we have Space Boy FGC, and on the other hand, we have Jockey RD Republica Dominica. I'm never going to use that accent again because I probably butchered the absolute hell out of it. I practice. My wife is Brazilian, so I have to throw a little bit of the accent just to practice. I know it's not the same, but there's some flair there. Point being, this is going to be a kick-ass match. Space Boy coming out second place at this week's Next Level, I believe, losing just to IDOM.
I think so. Yeah, I believe it was that, or at least he was close to that. You know, he's been in a lot of top 8s, right? He's been making some top 3s and 4s and things like that. I just saw recently. He's always practicing these tournaments, and now he is practicing the Ed. That's what I'm seeing on the screen is Ed people. I'm seeing the Ed boys come up against this Akuma as Joshi.
Yeah, I saw the Ed play at Next Level on Wednesday as well. I think we saw one game out of Sakura. Ooh, okay. Rocking that V-Skill 2, already going to be representing that anti-fireball tech here against Jockey. Already like walking Jockey into the corner as well. Ooh. And having the anti-airs on point, so crucially important. You have those quick, easy anti-airs.
Oh, but the wake up though. Heavy kick Tatsu needles because Akuma needs that. Gets a throw with his character in the corner. EX Fireball connects, and you see him walking in with the armor of God, but gets hit with the HTP.
You saw Jockey did a great job of challenging. Ooh, that neutral jump was so smart. Already mindful of the space where Space Boy is going to be trying to challenge those fireballs. Ooh, but EXTP right through the air fireball this time, and the big crush counter on you. Wake up, you may be dead, sir. You are dead, sir.
That's Akuma. It's a done deal. It's this dude is a paper bag full of knives, but still a paper bag all the same. And let's see, yeah, I was gonna say how we use that V-Skill. I like the EX Demon Flip to kind of put that, even though it didn't work, it's just like I have this option. Remember, I am the Home Depot of Street Fighter 5. I have everything. Fireballs in aisle 5, yo, Tatsu's on aisle 6, but here we go. Space Boy though with the commanding lead again, and you want to keep this against a character like Akuma.
Okay, getting that jump in, no anti-air there on the side of Jockey. That's going to be something that's really important for Space Boy to keep in mind. Space Boy's anti-airs have been fairly on point this whole set, even getting that really deep anti-air a little while earlier. Flicker jab's missing. Yeah, we see challenging. Ooh, okay, sway forward this time.
Oh, the Tatsu escape. Yo, it works out in the clutch, and now he's got caught in the corner. Space Boy gotta do something quick here. Probably looking for an activation point. Not just hit off that heavy kick. Yoshi blocking out.
Both of these characters very capable of switching sides out of the corner with minimal risk. You have the cross-up Tatsu from Akuma. You got the V reversal challenge from Space Boy. Don't you dare try to jump out. You don't get that for free. I still got V-Trigger. V-Trigger activate. Ooh, get
snitched. The screen freeze? Are you kidding me, Brad? My man he froze the screen like Mr. Freeze and called it, but it don't matter. Joshi coming in the clutch with the DP ender right there. That was sick. That shows that Space Boy has an Ed. But Joshi just one step, no, flights ahead of my man.
Okay, one round apiece. Already a pretty explosive start to our top 8 here. And this is just the first match of the top 8. Nice utilization of that EX Fireball. Joshi has done a really good job of challenging the forward movement from Space Boy. Ooh, exactly like that. The V-Skill into the punch, blowing up, would have blown up that forward sway. The low forward, really good as well.
Yeah, just that max range right there, I was going to say. You've been saying the crouching mini kick. He had the DP right there, just spacing him out really great, and now still stuck in the corner, but he's still in a great position, right? He's stuck in the corner, no big deal. You are Akuma. You can have many ways out, like the EX flip, and gets the counter hit. Not a finish just yet. He didn't have the meter for the finish. He's a little bit more. Gets hit with the EX Fireball, dash up, Space Boy, now trying to go in, looking for the activation point. Off the crush is going to happen.
We need a reset. Yep, there was the reset. It was the shimmy. That was the only path to victory. Ooh, EX into snatch. 4 hits. I don't think you get to kill off of this. I think you still need one more reset. Or do I not know anything about the Ed Boy? I don't know anything about the Ed Boy. Look at that health bar.
That man melted like it was summertime. That health was evaporated, eradicated. You saw him stay super optimal. Y'all can't talk nothing about Space Boy's head butt, all right? The thing I like to see here is the utilization of these characters, even if it is a bad matchup, having things in the clutch. You saw how he was able to deal with the X Fireball. You saw how he was able to catch Yoshi out of the sky and make the maximum output from that V-Trigger. Space Boy with the first one.
And I think what Joshi is going to need to do moving forward is going to need to continue to do what they did so effectively in that last round, which was the utilization of that low forward, the great presence of mind around this. That was exactly going to be the bit of it, trying to space around that sway and flicker there. I believe that's the V skill too, yeah?
Yes, you're correct. That was a roll right there too. Space Boy, gotta be super careful here. You know, you have this momentum, but remember, there's a lot of options that Akuma can present, and I'm trying to see them. You know, Joshi will show us this, right? But having the fireballs, I'd like to see a lot more of those. Even with the flicker, you have to play around that, or the V skill 2, you have to play around that option, right? Here's the activation. This is why Akuma's never out of it. Even without all the bar to work with, you can definitely make the comeback happen. But the EXDP, having that 2-hit, the 3 buttons or whatever on the deck, makes it super easy to throw that out. But Joshi not out of this. He's still going in, dog. He don't care. Even with the low health, he does not care. He's still going in. You don't want to make, you want to make all the uses of that trigger that you can.
One thing I like that Space Boy is doing is Space Boy is already adjusted to the way Joshi was playing around the V skill 2 with that low forward, and is backing off and playing much farther away. Even that naked V trigger activation there is super telling, because it means he's willing to just use it as a tool to get in and not contend in the neutral with the footsies. Oh, and the dash forward! God. Just as I was talking about the slow mindset and setting up that far range game with the V trigger, the presence of mind would be like, okay, you're content with some down back, dash in.
I mean, that's the end special right there. Usually an XTP at the end. Yo, correction. Sorry about that. Hoshi is Hoshi's name. Sorry. Hoshi.
Thank you.
You know, I got that wrong during CPT, so I should have known myself. Doesn't matter. Space Boy going in right now, because that's all we're seeing is all Space Boy right here. Blocks a jump in. Right challenge. Crushing the kick into the fireball. Trying to get the chase on this time. Works out in the clutch. I guarantee you that was not on purpose, but it'll work out. You know, when things like that happen, it's a happy accident.
The amount of times that Space Boy is getting away with this full charge into the side swap out of the corner is very interesting to me. I feel like Hoshi needs to be Hoshi needs to be kind of prepared for that, because it's been the story in the corner every single time.
That's correct, but now he's got V-Trigger activation, but it don't matter. Didn't even get to use it. That is painful. You got all the bar at the bottom, all the butter to cook with, but no skillet to fill it. That is the second time that Space Boy has come back in the clutch. This is 2 up. Don't let this be a clean sweep. Hoshi, give us some more games. Give the people more games. Give the people more of that Akuma. We also saw the Urian, but it's looking a little young, and it may not come out in the clutch against someone like Space Boy, who's definitely super practiced with this Ed.
Yep. Sticking with Akuma versus Ed. Ooh, okay. Oh, nice. Is aware that at that range, not going to get the same anti-air, just using the Torch Strong with the Fireball to set up some plus frames. And really, that's a very different range here now for Space Boy. A little bit more comfortable playing around that low forward range, that standing medium kick range. There is definitely a difference in how Hoshi is approaching this neutral now. You see the fear in the gameplay.
Yeah, it's like looking super unfortunate. He realizes that he's down, especially on health right now too. So every mistake is going to count. We saw the sweep kind of not interact correctly. He got that blocked and punished, and a little bit more risky too as well. So let's see if he can pull this back. He's still got a little bit more to play in terms of health. The trigger's almost gone, and it's done. You gotta do this nice and raw Street Fighter, Street Fighter style right here. No B trigger to save you, but Space Boy creases up the shoes, gets the 4-piece, 5 pieces, a family meal, and he's 1 away from taking it.
And that was really tough there. I mean, the second that V-Trigger ran out, what's your path to victory? With the amount of life that Space Boy had, you were looking at a 3-touch game. That's super tough against a character that can so reliably reversal. Now you're stuck in this corner, finds the wake-up jab into the counter hit, went for a little micro shimmy, but Space Boy feeling brave with that crouch jab, getting away with these jump-ins. I pointed it out earlier too. We're not seeing these anti-airs on the side of Hoshi.
Now seeing some, now my man's jumping. He's like, if I can't answer, let me jump in. EXDP though on the wake up. EXDP on my wake up this time.
Oh no!
Yo, switch positions. Don't confirm off the medium kick. Hoshi can still make this comeback. You gotta do it right. You gotta play it smart. You've got the trigger on the deck, but how are we gonna use it? Fireball pressure coming out in the clutch in the red fireball. You trying to grab that? No go. Let me hold you down, lock you down with this like it's COVID.
Okay. Oh wow! So smart, manages to bait the DP out of Space Boy with the air fireball, the last charges of the V-Trigger, getting around on the board, for themselves is Hochi. The first round since that first game, because that second game was obviously a really clean sweep there for Spaceboy. Ooh, and challenging the V-skill once again.
I love that. Throwing out them heavy buttons to interrupt that, especially if you're faking it like a fireball or, putting the movement of the fireball out there, but still stuck in the corner, using that V-reversal. V-reversal back at you, put a little gray life on the deck there. Hochi gonna make that. Yeah, next hit really hurt right there. Gets a crush. Follow up, but Spaceboy not out of this just yet either. V-reversal. I love the option, the V-reversal now. Trigger hasn't been coming out in the clutch too much, except for like a few weird instances. I like V-reversal and put some gray life on the deck. You see the damage from that? Interaction just from that gray life push, but here we go. V-trigger time. What does Spaceboy have for us?
I love that back throw there. We've not seen Hochi biting in the shimmies at all. The back throw immediately gets Hochi's back to the corner. I think that's a really strong decision there on the side of Spaceboy. And now you're in a really good spot. You've got CA on deck with Akuma Life. This could very easily be a one-touch game for you, but not if you get air-to-aired. Signs of life and coming back from the brink. This could be the start of the comeback that Hochi needs. And I think the big takeaway, if I'm Hochi looking at that, is that fierce target combo. Finding that to challenge in these new ranges where Spaceboy was feeling confident opened up so much for them in that second round there.
It's a matter of, to me, like, you have to be a little bit preemptive in this game sometimes. Like, you can't let players kind of get away with things. And in staying at that range, we're going to throw out a fireball anyway, and he's going to at least react to the movement. We saw him, like, as soon as he thinks that Akuma's going to rear back for a fireball, like, react to something at a certain spacing. So it's smart to throw out the crush counter button to just catch that, right? And also, that's one of the better buttons of Akuma. At that range, it's going to be very, very, very hard to punish, hard to deal with, and hard to stop. So you have to start utilizing other tools of this character. I mean, this matchup's looking long. You can tell there's a little bit of lack of knowledge on how to deal with Ed. Which is expected. Like, not many people are running Ed. Like, we were surprised we saw Spaceboy run the Ed. Like, ain't nobody seen this character in a while. I thought this was like a new DLC character for a while, because we ain't seen this. But you see the signs of life coming from Hochi to just, I'm going to deal with this guy in the neutral. I'm going to apply the Akuma things, cycling more of the offensive options, and getting the job done.
So seeing the switch now over to the V-Skill 1 on the side of Spaceboy, and that's, I mean, Hochi, literally the big takeaway of that last round that I highlighted was the way that he had shut down that V-Skill 1. Now seeing the switch, the sway jabs not working, going for the V-Skill 2 instead. Gonna have to see if this is what's gonna be able to close this out.
I mean, I still think that V-Skill is good. You just have to have better application of it, but maybe Spaceboy doesn't feel comfortable with it. But right now, Hochi's able to rearrange these fireballs because there's no way to stop him. Gets DP though with the up kicks right there. Here's connects, dashing up, trying to open him up. V-reversal, get Hochi willing to spin that V-gauge for that great left, and you see how much damage those fireballs are doing because of that.
This is tough. Spaceboy going for that full charge V-Skill, not getting it. And this becomes the difficulty. It's so apparent that V-Skill 2 is the more effective tool to bring into this matchup. We're seeing this change, I think, trying to really change something up as the matchup feels like it's sliding away from them. Thankfully, Spaceboy does have the ability to either switch back after this game, or there is still the Sakura under the hood if they lose this one.
Well, exactly. Good jumping right here. DP ender from Spaceboy. Double dash up with it. Trying to open this man of Hochi. Staying sealed right here. The meeting kicks. Oh, I like that, but didn't get the full punish. We've seen that drop before with the up kicks. He's got to go with something different, I think, at that range.
I feel like the hit confirms off standing medium kick from Hochi have been a little spotty through the course of this set. It's looked like we've seen a couple of those hits. That's a button that that's like bread and butter, starter for Akuma. It's one of those buttons that you really see abused. Ooh, the EX Demon Flip Palm working the way out of the corner here as Hochi has the life lead. Big jump in over the V-Skill. Gonna cash out the one bar. Yes, they are.
One more hit to do it. There it is. On the wake up the jabs, the blessed jabs, the three flamers coming up from Hochi. And this is the thing right now. If you're Spaceboy, dog, it's time to switch. It's time to hit it, dog. Hit that character select. Show us a Sakura. Show us something different, because the Ed is just not working out, especially with the V-Skill switch. Yeah, I feel like even if he switches the V-Skill too, I feel like he's not comfortable with the ranges with that just right now to take this. Hochi coming back with that clean sweep. Busha Master in the chat saying, I believe in the comeback, and it's happening right here. Spaceboy running it again, not going back to his bay. Let's see what happens here.
Sticking with the V-Skill 1, that's a brave decision. I really don't feel like it worked out well for Spaceboy in that last game. And already seeing there's so much more confidence in the neutral implicitly here on the side of Hochi, because there is not that concern of that anti-fireball tool.
Exactly. I like him using the air fireball as an approach too. Catches the up kicks And you've seen the fireball pressure has been coming out in the clutch so much for Hochi, not from the airs and from the skies. Yo, catches him up with the cross up. This is looking at Hochi's game right here. Space Boy has to swing back because now it's match point Hochi.
This is tough. To come back, this would be a reverse 3-0 if this happens. That's going to be really demoralizing.
We wanted to see more games, Brad. We wanted to see more games. We're seeing it right now.
You got your request. They knew that you were on the mic, and they were like, well, okay, if the saintest of colas is asking for more games, let's make this a 3-2. But will we get 3-2 last round is the question. Is Space Boy going to turn it on? Slowly inching towards this corner here is Space Boy. Trying to use a little bit more of that standing medium kick. I like that as an option.
It's a good check right there. I think also probably a good check against like empty demon flips, but not EX fireballs. Didn't get caught with it. Good defense from Space Boy, not getting open up too much. But still, now the switch of positioning here. Yo, Hochi takes his turn with the light, but just backs off. He knows that ACP can come at any point. Dash up after the fireball. Anything could happen here. Hochi got a lead, but Space Boy can bring it back to that feature activation. DP anti-air.
The DP there, blowing up that Gray Life. That was like 2 or 3 blocked fireballs with the Gray Life. Full V-Trigger and full CA here on deck for Space Boy, though. Space Boy can cash out on the right hit and get something huge. Spends the EX bar on a fireball, landing on Hochi's fireball as well. This is a really tough spot. Like that, you're out. Clock ticking down, 25 seconds left.
Oh, the crouch grab? No. Oh, if it was EX, it would have finished. Oh! Eats it, full EXDP in front of the face. V-reversal, a disallowed punch from right now, but the jab check to do it. Hochi takes it back from the cleanest of sweeps. Ain't gonna happen. We staying dirty, baby. First match of the day, we're gonna act like that. That's what I like to see. Casa, baby. Y'all need to come through on this. Y'all need to see the DR coming through on it today.
First time Bunch was saying, he was talking about opening this up to DR. And I don't think he formally said anything. I don't think that he was saying that he didn't like go out and try to rally the troops for it. It's like they just knew. They smell it in the air. They're like, there's a tournament. Time to go and leave our mark. And they're coming through. This is Hochi now going to the winners finals, where they will play the winner of Crouch Fierce and Bushin Master RD.
Bro, just as we said, DR showing up hot and heavy, and they've always been a competitive scene, so it's no surprise that they would come through, whenever there was competition. Y'all saw, Central America, CPT, Hochi, Bushmaster, a lot of other players were definitely up there in terms of, getting the top 16, so those strong players fighting other strong players that have gotten also top 16 at the American side of CPT things, East and, whatever, in those sectors, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Fighting them is just a treat. It's like a tenuous treat. Like, you get to see the top-level action that be happening at CPT right here at the Casa.
Yo, and if we're speaking of treats, if the character portraits in the lobby are to be believed, we may well be looking at a Zeku mirror. I know Doc was talking about unicorns earlier. And first of all, Doc, you're weird. But second of all, This is akin to a unicorn. Obviously, Zeku got a lot of buffs going into this season.
Oh, hell yeah.
We're seeing him played a whole lot more. I like a lot of what they gave him. And I think on top of that as well, I think Zeku is a character, even from day one, he was one of those characters that I thought was going to take a little bit longer to get figured out. And I figured out that I'm full of crap because instead we're getting Zeku Urian.
Yes,
The character portraits were not to be believed.
Round 1.
If you think about it, like a Zeku versus Zeku mirror is going to be kind of chaotic. Even worse, we got 2 characters on the deck, constant switching back and forth, so why not just run the character? I mean, that's Crouch Fierce's secondary. He's using that for cannons. A few other characters, but this is his main, his main right here, right? You see that buffer off the Fierce? They don't come from a normal Urian. That's just picking up a fly-by-night. But Bushin Master been running the Zeku, loves his young, loves the chaos that it brings with this form right here. He'll switch back and forth, but my man loves to just go wild and not mild. I see the V-trigger at the bottom too. You know it's gonna come. The switch, there it is. He looking for that slide activation. What did I just say? That's the young special right there, baby.
Wow, getting away with just 2 slides. Okay, the slide into the V-trigger. Obviously, at that point, you get away with it because it is safe. Doesn't challenge the EX knee. And just like that, the mirrors are in play. There's the patented Crouch Fierce from Crouch Fierce. Gets this full corner carry. Sends out the mirror. Challenges the V-reversal, but doesn't get the full combo. The mirror is gone. Has 1 bar left. Gets the big jump in.
Should have canceled, but still cleans up with the EX. Man, that was looking dire. That was looking super dire. I was like, oh, he's gonna die, but stays alive. That was a clutch game right there. And this is one of those things where I feel like both the characters have great tools against each other. And I feel like the neutral's pretty decent in Zeku's favor, but then Aegis hits, right? And that's a great determiner. Let's see how this is gonna happen in this match. I like the jumping on the Fierce, calls it out. Horizontal palm, wipes his hands off like he had some bad barbecue. There's the throw as well.
So I have to give Crouch Fierce credit for this right now because it's now happened 3 times in a row. Every single time, Bushin Master is trying to cheat extra turns with a cheeky EX dash. Crouch Fierce is crouch jabbing through that, not letting anything skate by unchallenged.
He's got to do a lot more. You see how my man got pieced up when he got in the corner. That's the thing about Zeku. The stun and the damage adds up when he's able to land those hits. Like, you know, you can eliminate some of the EX checks of the dashes and stuff like that, but when it gets down to it, if you're not checking everything, you get pieced up. But here we go. Crouch Fierce putting him in the corner. He reversals him back in there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Here we go. Is this going to be what we saw last time?
Sending out the mongoose. Every time I talk to everybody has a different opinion of what the hell that animal is, but coming out and doing the work. No, back to mid-screen we are. Crouch Fierce with a pretty significant life lead here, using the EX bar just to side switch it seems, or I suppose that would have caught quick tech. Getting the throw.
Oh, you would have if you would have dialed that sucker out. Again, another drop. You have to finish your play. This is destructive.
Wow. Both of those mirrors a hair away from saving Crouch Fierce. The first one clipping just the end, but not enough to combo. The second one just out of range of keeping them alive for the rest of the round. Wow. You
Bro,
never see...
That had me clinched. Bro, that had me clinched. I had something bad to eat. Oof.
You never see a mirror not working like that.
Right? Like, usually it clips him in the back, right? The back of the head. But it didn't happen there. My man got super lucky. You need to tighten things up. I think you don't want to be in that kind of position, you know, as he's go on. Now he's stuck in the corner. Bushin Master trying to get away. I like that from Crouch Fierce. Even though it didn't connect, he knows that this character has the option to get off the wall.
Yeah, I think the anti-air options represented via the air-to-air from Crouch Fierce has been really good consistent. He's acutely aware of, like, with these jump arcs, going for a different anti-air is just not an option. The second Bushin Master leaves the ground, we're already seeing up back jab, and it has been consistent.
It's working out. And again, the back jab, the classico, as we call it in Chicago. Activation Bushin Master trying to make the comeback. He might be able to. One more sequence could do it right here. He's got stuck in the corner, but the Aegis Reflector
again
off the backboard. It's gonna happen. We saw this before, but this time it clips the back. This time it happens, Brad.
I mean, only just, it still didn't end up leading to a combo. At what point tonight is Crouch Fierce going to get, oh, the Crouch Fierce finding a proper anti-air. This time, a little early on the meaty. Slowly trying to work out here is Bushin Master. Okay.
You see a little bit of delay from Bushin Master, also kind of working around the EX run. Not as, you know, typical as he was using it before, but still, Crouch Fierce has great defense, blocking all this out, and the V-trigger activation. There's a check again, as you were saying, dog. My man is checking all the dashes, mind the speed limit, but the dash up throw though. Counter hit, caught him coming in, close the door in front of his face, EX, went for the finish, but the crouching medium kick will do it. Crouch Fierce, crouching with that medium kick to catch my man walking back with it. And now, I see him starting to acclimate himself more and more to this matchup.
I mean, one thing that I think about is you were talking about earlier in the set, when we were talking about it in the very beginning, was you were talking about how tumultuous this could be. You know, pretty back and forth. The characters have tools for one another, but then Aegis enters the equation. So far through the set, Aegis hasn't delivered. If Crouch Fierce finds these opportunities for the Aegis play that we typically see from Urien and manages to make something kind of stick the landing, it's going to be huge because it's super tight. That last game airing a bit towards Crouch Fierce's way without that tool working out for them the way that they needed to.
I would love to see it, but, you know, at the same time, Bushin Master might present something. I like that wake up. Disallows the heavy kick charge up. Horizontal palm, puts it down to the ground. EX headbutt, though, the escape. Dude, my man's out of there, and he is doing damage on the deck. He's going ahead to do it. Here's the activation for Bushin Master, trying to make up his damage, but great blocks, great defense. The trade all day. Off the backboard doesn't happen, but the light, again, the Aegis not... It's putting Bushin Master in a bad situation. It is not hurting him enough. It's putting him in a bad situation, but it's like doing enough to be like, if you move back, you're gonna get hit with something, right? It's just making him nervous.
Yeah, I mean, the big thing is Crouch Fierce is getting it when Crouch Fierce is already up a lot. Bushin Master's at a point where
Right.
often he doesn't need the full combo like you see from Urian. It's just an errant hit, and he can go for a high-risk mix when he's got the mirror to back him up.
Woo! You see that EX Ignite Thunder. That's not Indignant Thunder. That's Ignite Thunder. Now Crouch Fierce, one away from taking over Bushin Master, and he is. It's one thing I feel like where he had practiced his character so much that he understands how to play Zeku and how to fight Zeku, right? He knows what's fake. You see a lot of fake stuff coming from from Bushin Master, and he's got the checks for him. He's checking the dashes. He's backing away from a lot of the bad approaches. He's blocking out all the V-trigger stuff. He knows what to do. Again, my man is reading the mind of Bushin Master.
No, you're absolutely right. Crouch Fierce is playing this matchup like someone who intimately knows this character. Ooh, the optimization of every single one of these hit confirms has the V-skill stored. Do we go for it? Yes, the left-right mix. Happy days. The golden letters here on the side of Crouch Fierce looking to make a stamp on Bushin Master. Perfect to go up to set point.
I feel like Destructive of Crouch Fierce has been so in tune with this matchup. He's vocalizing this whole thing. Like every time that Urian hits, he's like, ha ha ha. There's the Fierce though from Bushin Master, the comeback. This could happen. You don't want to be in the corner against this character, but gets a headbutt. Batista bomb. See, I guarantee you, Crouch Fierce he's feeling it so bad right now. My man is committed to saying it. Back throw though. You see the damage off that back throw?
Wake up super for Bushin Master. It works. It's going to get the round. But that being said, there's if I'm Crouch Fierce in the situation, I'm looking at that as a signs of some mental cracking. And obviously it worked. I'm not calling into question the legitimacy of the decision. But it's something that you see come out. There's always that little bit of, they really let that rip.
Right, yeah. I mean, you got to do it, right? If you're Zeku.
Oh, yeah.
At that form, you do not have a DP, so you got to hold that pressure right there. Nice buffer, though. Bushin Master start to make these medium punches, crouching additions, starting to work out. Here's the EX, though. B reversal, stemming off that pressure. I feel like V-Trigger hasn't been a big factor. Bushin Master going for the V reversal is fine, but here we go. Needs to disguise. Big punish right here. 3 lights, a 4-piece EX headbutt. Shoulder tackle. Batista bomb for the finish. Crouch Fierce taking it over Bushin Master.
Yeah, I think there was a point you mentioned earlier in this game where you were remarking that Crouch Fierce has to be, vocalizing their play of Urian here, and it made me think of there's a term in music called audiating, and it is one's ability to play that which they can hear in their head. It's generally one's ability to translate the music they want to play to their hands actually being able to do it. And that whole set looks like Crouch Fierce was, quote, audiating, unquote. Like, from head to hands, just perfect. Every hit confirm, maxing out every inch of spacing on the screen, all those air-to-airs, the presence of mind in challenging all of these dashes, it was textbook. I don't think there's a thing that you look at in that set and be like, there was a mistake here. Even I mentioned the mirror play, the Aegis play not really working out the way that you can typically want it to, but as you had said, it wasn't really coming into play in situations where Aegis was necessary to get some big combo to finish the job. Instead, it was just set it up to set up some mix-up to finish the job because you only needed a little bit.
That's correct, dog. I mean, that's the thing is like when you're so in tune with your character for a Urian player, when you're able to get all the punishes and things like that, when you're able to stay that solid before you even get Aegis, that is a sign of a very good Urian, and that's why Crouch Fierce will be moving on in the bracket over Bushin. But man, that's one of the, also it helps to understand the character. When you play a character like that, you've been putting time in, it's like you understand the nuances, you understand what you can check and what you can't check. I'm sure you played Urians, a million Urians are online, back and forth, so you've understood the nuances of that matchup in general from both sides. So that's going to help out, and that's a lucky draw for him as he's going to be moving on the bracket. We're not done with this at all in the least. We've just started, so people, make sure you guys are tweeting it out. Make sure you guys are hitting up the Matcherino, !Matcherino, run the code. You see it in the title, people. I want the codes used up. I don't want to see a single code left. I want all those codes used up. The Matcherino's hit up. Yo, Don put it up. Make it happen, people. Make sure you guys are tweeting everything out that you see, even if it's clipped by the one people at Casa. If you see something great, clip it, send it out, ship it, and we're going to be shipping you some more great Street Fighter Live action. Space Boy versus Flux on the deck.
So we were talking about it in the staff channel while we were waiting to get up to top 8. But so many of our losers matches tonight are literally grand finals matches that we have watched time in and time out earlier in the Casa here. The strength of the competition at our weekly brackets has grown so much. And it's not that players are stagnant or anything. It's just everyone is so good.
I mean, that's what happens when you have. I feel like COVID's kind of like forced people to get better and better. Like all this time, you practice a lot. Not me, but dudes like Space Boy and Flux up in the cut. You know, that's why they're making the top 8 all the time. And even though they are in losers bracket side of things right now, even though they are where they're at right now, it's so indicative of how strong they are as competitors. That seems to be the one. Moving on, Space Boy going back to that Ed again, man. He's using the V skill too. Okay, Crush though, pick up. I'm sorry, V skill 1, V trigger 2.
Yeah, it looks to me as though that might be. I wonder if you can charge it at a range that's just outside of that Crouch Fierce range and have it be an effective threat. Like, I wonder if that's the choice behind that V-skill selection.
At the same time, all this trigger being wasted away as Flux is just going for the V-reversal. Don't gets crushed. Pick up DP. Shimmy. Okay. Nothing there. Flux trying to open him up. Millie Rock throw up and down the block with the front throw. She needs to find that last hit. Oh, man, that's looking dangerous. Look at the range that she has from that throw. That's ridiculous. Flux in a great position to trade.
It doesn't matter that there's hurt boxes on the whip. You need to have the life lead in order for that to matter. First round, a close first round, but going to Flux waves. Snatch it in.
I mean, one of the things is like, you can trade all day with this character, but at the same time, this is what makes her such an effective zoner. It's usually in her favor, right? Because they're zoning and the damage that she will deal, gray life or otherwise. But here we go. Got to put the pressure on her, put her in the corner. This is where her downfall is, right?
Okay, that's a fair bit of damage there, and that's kind of it. So maybe it's not that you use the V skill outside of Crouch Fierce range, but between Crouch Fierce range and her more conventional pokes, because that was kind of the threat there, was Flux Waves was challenging with these shorter range buttons to try to blow up a naked charge.
Oh, okay. Starting to see the things come together. Disallows the V-reversal. Stay in your spot. You live here. You got to start paying rent, dog. Flux trying to find that last hit to do it, right? You got the CA at the bottom, but then again, Space Boy just needs to find that bounce from himself. EX overhead, caught him ducking. Not enough for the finish. Flux needs to find one more confirmed. So does Space Boy to stay in this round. To stay in this match, I should say.
Space Boy really may have let that get away just off of eating that. No, the back dashes. Flux Waves mashing back on the arcade stick. Has a whole screen's worth of real estate and intends to develop absolutely all of it into some luxury condos on the backs of this first game. In this loser side now. This is losers. This is a losers match, not semis. This is not for fourth.
Round 1. You see how strong Poison is. She's so strong, she don't pay no taxes, dog. No property taxes, not her year-to-year taxes, none of that. Because she's so good at just zoning and just applying the pressure, so when you finally get in there, you've lost half your bar.
Okay. Getting some of these combos. Really difficult here for Space Boy to get around this. There's like this magic spot on the screen where it seems like Space Boy is able to get started, but it's so difficult to find your way into there. Challenging the forward roll there is Space Boy now. Ooh, okay, gets away with the whiffed Crouch Fierce.
Yeah, as you said before, they try to get in is a difficult means, and you spend all that bar. But the V-reversal, I've been seeing that from a lot of characters that can side switch. Flux blew up before, but side switching and able to get a little bit of a punish there on some of the moves is great. And also you get all this space, but at the same time, you lost all this health. You don't have trigger. You got to be super careful. Good catch right here on the V skill. No cartwheel for you. No bar, no Bailey.
Yeah, that's 2 for 2 on those catches, and there we see challenging with the V skill once again at that range. Okay, bought enough time to get these double dashes in, but you can't eat another hit.
Yeah, you really can, man. You're stopped, you're full. No second rounds at the buffet. EX, max essence, V-reversal, EXCP, Ed Tings,
Oh, God.
back throw from Flux, dog. The wake up a bar back throw. And that's going to put a round on the board for him. And closer to that 2 spot.
super tough. And like, I'm so curious to see how Spaceboy is able to deliver on this. Fluxwaves is so clearly comfortable backing way the hell off. Challenging that forward dash there was with the EX reversal. Does Spaceboy get the big crush counter in the corner? This is probably the first time we've seen a round start to go Spaceboy's favor.
He's a really momentum-based player. Like, he's got to have that momentum and keep it going. And you can really feel those moments, but at the same time, there's a character like this that disallows it with the EXTP-based Spaceboy with the bust out. Follows it up with a crush. I just told you, he's all about the momentum, and he is feeling it. Foot on the pedal. Once he's trying to stop that approach, activation, the reversal does not get caught. He is so lucky he didn't get whipped or hit. He gets a heavy kick.
If that whip there had caught that backdash, that would have been so much damage. We're talking V-Trigger 1 poison with full bar. It would have looked a lot like this.
Like this right here? You see it right here. He gave us the spoilers. Brad, he gave us the spoilers, but this is not going to kill. It could be anybody's game. Let me see a dash up EXTP. Let me see something from him trying to grab. Bruh, he snatched the wig off her hair. So that ain't real. I know that ain't real. Put that away. Space Force, staying alive.
Finding some signs of life here. This is what Spaceboy's really gonna need. Challenging that forward momentum there, though, does Fluxwaves. Ooh, okay. That would have been good had that been a forward jump. That's maybe part of the range. We're seeing Spaceboy. I'm intrigued at all the anti-air choices. I feel like Fluxwaves has played a fairly strong ground game, and we've not seen a lot of jumps.
Yeah, I mean, that's been a good thing, but I mean, like, even playing, it's been a momentum base though, right? He's got to find those hits just like this. EX crush, B skill pound down, put to the ground, and the heavy kick, using that as a throw bait right there, gets a pickup, needs one more hit to do it. This stuff, but the jump back, the fadeaway, from Flux, big activation, big damage, B skill, a great positioning. Yo, check the red. Brad, check the red.
That was a lot of damage. Doesn't follow up on the stand jab. It was just a little tick. V-Trigger about to run out for both. Went for the trade. You cannot trade in that situation. V-Trigger now gone. Spends that 1 EX bar to get in, and this is what you need. Gets the throw. Challenge the backdash. Yup, that was going to be backdash check. Oh, we just DP in neutral?
Bro, that is the end things that you got to have, but the anti-air on the deck from Flux off the crouching media punch, the most blessed of anti-airs, taking that round. If I'm Spaceboy, though, I'm looking at the EX fireball like, if they throw out the whip, it's going to be active enough to come through in the clutch. Like, this may be the way if I want to come through. But you've got to have more on the deck. You see how Flux is so prepared and awake for everything and aware, and having that lead has been so important for Flux. He's able to, stay confident and stay composed.
Another thing I want to point out that Spaceboy is obviously wised up to is one of the side effects of Fluxwaves playing so backdash heavy is we're seeing like there's no button challenges really. So Spaceboy is starting to go for these frame traps and catching these backdashes and crush counters.
Speaking of crush, there's a side switch from Flux. Millie Rock throw to the corner. Gets the counter hit, gets him. He forgot that whip extend like that, dog. You forgot it's a whip. You forgot she had that, but there's the back throw. Yo, Spaceboy going in. Let me see if we can get things going in terms of V-Trigger activation, but Flux disallowing that max distance, max range. How are you going to get in here?
All right. Charging the V skill in that range, wants to threaten. It looks like the whip stance is frightening Spaceboy of using the EX Fireball, or maybe wants to keep the EX bar for, no, there's the EX Fireball, gonna get in behind that. Now that it's a one-touch aim without a bar, the V-Trigger activation finishing it out, and that kind of becomes the difficulty, right? Is if you're spending all your EX bar to get in on EX Fireball, you're not able to lead into bigger damage outside of V-Trigger. So you need more little hits, but that's hard to do against a player like Fluxwaves.
You got to have a plan A, B, and C all the way throughout the entire round, whereas Flux can stay pretty much solid even if he's lacking. Like right now, yeah, there we go. I was about to say, he finds those hits to do it, put him back to full screen, and you got to work back to him. B-skill follow-up, Oki time. He's going to go with the damage right there. Again, B-skill doesn't get the meaty, but no big deal. Activation, he's got a lot of bar to work with to make up the difference, and then some. But Spaceboy, I see the bar at the bottom dog, make something happen with all the CA. Now it's a one-touch situation right here. If he can make that hit to do it, Brad, he can make it happen and put one on the board.
I think you could afford to play a little bit more patiently here. You have the life lead for, oh no, single jump in into CA from Fluxwaves this time. You were talking about Spaceboy super.
What's the wake-up decision though for Spaceboy? Just gonna wait, just gonna chill out, relax.
What?
Flux in a great position. You thought?
Oh,
Yo, that's unfortunate though. Big punish right here and Flux on match point. He thought he saw something. The back whip, she showed him in the back. She said, I'm not paying attention. And he tried to strike, and that was not the time. That was not the time, Brad. Double dash start with Space Boy. He's feeling certain ways. He is frustrated. Pull him closer with the V skill, don't matter. The good checks from Flux.
Oh man, even going for the anti-air snatch and being just too far away horizontally from it, the right decision, but micro pixels off from what you needed, that's gotta feel bad. Catching the backdash with the low forward there. Does Flux Phase now get out of the damn skies?
What an anti-air right there. The damage and the stun is building up. Trey Combo does allow him to get in, but the viewer first was disallowing that approach. You thought, let me jump in, let me show you some combos, let me show you some damage on the deck. Now I got the V-trigger activation. How is Space Boy gonna activate? Now he is starting to come back. ECP, the dash up doesn't work. The doors are not always open, Ed Boy. ECP, again, he did the Ed special. Take that back. I don't want it.
Life holds many buttons, Ed Boy. But you shouldn't have hit all of them in that particular situation.
Bruh, that's the Ed special. Ed frustration. It's when they're happy, when they're sad, when they're mad. But listen, all I know is that today, Flux is the dad as he be moving on over Space Boy in dominant fashion. Dog, that was one of those, like, you can see things coming together, but there's too many things that Poison has that if you don't know the intricacies, you're just gonna get mopped. And someone like Flux has been putting in time with this character, maybe a little bit longer than Space Boy has in terms of like recent play, right? Recent tournament play, and he definitely knew what to do, and you saw it get done.
Yeah, so with that was one half of that was a 5th place match. So Space Boy going out tonight at 5th and a 44 player bracket, the biggest bracket that Casa has had for Street Fighter thus far. And the other half of loser side top 8, the first round of losers top 8 was played off stream. Bushin Master, who we just saw, versus Diego V, one of the Casa regulars coming at us down there from Long Island. The Long Island Ken play, or we could see Ryu. I never necessarily know what we're gonna see from Diego anymore.
You know, if you look at the matchup spread, I think Ken would be a better choice, personally, because I think Ken's jumping fierce is hard to deal with for Zeku. If they switch into Young, it's a hard thing to deal with in terms of like even attempting the anti-air, right? Because even the horizontal, things like that are more predictive, they just don't work out. Ken can be super annoying, pestering. And that's what he's going for right here. The Ken. B skill 1, B trigger 1. Then again, the way Bushin Master plays isn't so, typical. So to me, when I look at the way Bushin Master plays, like you want to say like it's this and that with Zeku, but at the same time, he's wild, not mild. So I'm interested to see how he's gonna be able to match up against Diego as he's landing a lot of fireballs. A DP too as well. This character gets Oki off his DPs and the follow-up too right here. Diego going in.
Yeah, what Bushin Master is probably not prepared for is the Long Island Spirit Bomb. Hit him with the exclamation megaphones in the chat for the Diego V power boost. Already putting it to great effect. Nice combo in the corner here. Really dominant position straight out the gate. Okay, finding the sweep activate.
Going in right here. He reversal, doesn't want anything, and makes him an eat an EX Fireball. This is the thing about Diego. I like how he just he went and got that round start and pushed him all the way to the corner, lost so much health that there wasn't really a good chance of a big comeback, right? And for Zeku, you're not going to be finding big comebacks with your V-Trigger, right? It's more of just kind of solidifying what you have on the table here. So let's see how Bushin Master works. The standing heavy punch, unfortunately, jumped in super active. A lot of recovery too on that. So Diego just, man, my man called out the slide like that, picked up the phone, said 1-800 damage, but here's the B-skill side switch here.
Okay, went for the shimmy, no bite. V reversal there on the side of Diego. Jumps out. Okay, slide. That's an unfortunate corner swap. Backdash slide. Diego is one of my favorite Shoto players to watch. The spacing from Diego, immaculate. Wow, perfect. Backdash with punish, the sweep out of the corner, blowing up the slide. And what's extra brilliant is V-Trigger's on deck. Slide activate is the play. Actively playing to disrupt your opponent's primary means of winning the match is something that I think the best players do, and mid-level players that are looking to try to figure out what to do, that's the application of matchup knowledge that you need to be integrating into your game plan on the regular. Too many people get blown up by crouch strong activate from Chun in fireball range when she has VT.
You gotta be aware of these things, and that's gonna lead to a better decision right here. And again, that jump fierce coming out in the clutch, in the corner, really hard to deal with. Crosscut DP, caught him off the backboard. Yo, you thought Deny. Stay sucker free. Diego getting hit with the Horizontal, but still in a great position here. Lucian Master trying to get things going. V-Trigger on the deck, but he may not get it. Looking for that side activation. Maybe there it is. On block. Diego was like, listen, I'll block this out. I'll take this throw because I'm still in a great position. One more hit to do it. Good chip, no dip. Doesn't even need a DP. Diego. You can talk all you want about Casa Online. You can talk all about the CFN and stuff like that. You find someone like Diego's got the DPs that keeps the pressure on the deck. It doesn't do the typical Ken things like backdash, heavy kick, Tatsu, full screen. You gotta give him credit. You gotta give him the love.
Slowly walking down, finding a little bit of breathing room here is Bushin Master getting to get some stuff started, but challenging. No one is letting that standing fierce go unchecked. If Diego's not view reversling it, it's challenging the dash effort. Great neutral jump. Maybe one touch for stun, depending on the move that gets it. Okay, Fireball trade now. The next hit is certainly stun.
Slide comes out in the clutch back throw. That's like a command grab in terms of damage. Activation plus frames. Bushin Master can get it, but he ain't gonna get it today. Dash up, DP ender right there. Diego looking for that clean sweep, and you could tell that he knows how to deal with this matchup. It's one thing, as you said before, to deal with the side, right? That's important, but it's also important to stay at that max distance and switch up your options, right? Because I like how he's using the neutral jump as well. I like how he'll back up max distance away from the side distance, and he's like, I know if I calculate it at this distance, I can get a whip punish, and he gets the maximum to put him back in the corner. I love how Diego's playing this matchup in all aspects. Bushin Master got to introduce something real quick. He's getting mopped and locked up.
Yeah, this is looking really problematic for Bushin Master, and the match we saw from them in the winner's side was much, much closer.
Uh-oh. Here we go. Let's the comeback right here. Finding the mistakes right here. Diego did not get the confirm that he wanted. Now Bushin Master with all the confirms off the medium. Constant quarter pressure.
Okay.
That walk speed of the character super dangerous.
Ooh, the challenge on the walk forward, finding the DP out of the wall jump there does Diego, and just like that, this is all you need. Oh no, unfortunate, wrong choice of jump in button. Bushin Master doesn't capitalize on that fireball, and now you're stuck in the corner. Life evened up, finding the counter poke of his own, but the neutral jump so critically important again.
DP right in the super.
Found the bar with the last tick of the DP, and just like that, Diego on set point to go up 6 straight rounds.
Diego hitting him with the, you into that? You into that? Yo, Bushin Master gotta do something different, dog. I mean, this is looking dire. Like the DP, but I feel like Young is like, it's not always a move because we've seen a lot of jump-ins, and bam, the confirm from Diego. Good blocks, good tag right here from Bushin Master. Been opened up quite a bit, so I like the defense kind of increasing as this match goes on. Slide raw, a little dangerous, but it's working out in the clutch. But the crosscut, Diego's got you in the corner. This is where you don't want to be against Ken.
Oh, the big neutral jump working out again. We need a neutral jump counter here in this matchup. I'm gonna go back and identify it retroactively because it's been a bunch. There's another one.
Just as you said. Is this enough for the stun? Not just yet. One more hit to get it done. Diego needs one more hit. B reversal. And the light check to do it 3-0. Diego taking over Bushin Master.
That was clean. That was as clean as Ken's feet right now because he burns all the dirt off him. And the money button so much, there was the neutral jump, but the challenges with the standing short, I didn't get to highlight it during the match, but so many times, stand short buffer coming in the clutch when Bushin Master tried to do anything. Diego's sense of spacing is so good.
Right? Isn't that like that's like a poor, that's how like strong players are. They have to have good space no matter what character they play, but also to use that spacing too. Like, I'm at this range, what are my options against other characters? What are my options for my character, right? Those are the things that make somebody a strong player, right? Like, I feel like he was playing that to a perfect T, and I'm really curious to see how he's gonna be moving on this bracket because that was clean. Will he be as clean in other matchups? I'm really curious, but great play. That was crisp. That was salad bar crisp right there, dog. You can break that open, you can hear the crunch from it.
You must be going to different salad bars than me.
You get that lip salad bar stuff, bro. You need to switch it up, dog. You ain't hear that crunch. I don't want to be there. I don't want to be there. If I look at that salad and it is limp, I ain't there, dog. I ain't there. You ain't gonna catch me there. I ain't gonna be lacking the slack.
See, if I'm going out to a place where I'm going to like serve myself the food from somewhere, it's a Brazilian barbecue, and I am not making the mistake of going to the salad bar. I am putting that green card on my table, and it is not turning red.
You're like, just keep it coming. Keep it coming. If I got to hit the bathroom, I'll do what I got to do. Also, what we're going to do is give you guys some more matches. Crouch Fierce versus Hoshi coming up on the deck. We might be seeing some more Zeku versus, Urian action. Because I wouldn't see my man trying to go for. Well, actually, Hoshi went Akuma, so maybe not. Maybe we'll be seeing a variety because both of them have multiple characters. In a first of 3 set, they can be switching back and forth depending on what they see. But I'm curious what they're going to go for right off the bat.
It's super interesting that this keeps happening. I feel like Casa tournaments, and maybe I don't watch other ones enough, but I feel like it's so common for us to have these multi-character specialists up here in the top 8. Fluxwaves obviously comes to mind, where Fluxwaves is super comfortable with multiple characters, has the poison, what we already saw, but also obviously has the Mika that comes out, and Manat, if I recall correctly, although I believe we
Mm-hmm.
tend to see her the least. So depending on the matchup that they're going into, Fluxwaves makes these different choices based on stuff, and it always ends up even more interesting when you bump into another character specialist or a multi-character specialist, so you see them trying to counterpick each other even before the match starts.
Yeah, that's what kind of makes the local scenes like really sick because it's like you know what they play. Sometimes you don't know what they play, and they kind of counterpick back and forth, and it's just an added layer of strategy. Which maybe you saw at some of the secret fees because they are regional, but when you get to bigger tournaments, it doesn't get like that where you have to do a little bit more research and stuff like that. So, and again, in the first 3 situations, you can switch back and forth, and in this kind of matchup, I like Zeku in this kind of matchup because you just have this character that can fight Akuma's many options, right, in both forms, but you got to know how to use them, right? It's a difficult thing. Crouching, need a kick, no conversion. Crouching Fierce, being a little more pensive than what you would see from his Urian play.
Yeah, for sure. And I wonder, I mean, it's probably something to be said that maybe feeling like the neutral needs to be a little bit more restrained and wait for the opportunity to really turn the juice on and try to steamroll over Akuma, but not working out super great so far. Bites with the wake up meaty throw there out of the little double shimmy situation. Stun mounting. Okay, doesn't find a crosscut, but does find the jab. But just like that, this is big here for Crouch Fierce, finding some momentum.
Keep activation. Root was coming. Yeah, keep them plus frames. Keep it positive, baby. But Crouch Fierce is 1 hit away, and the fireball will do it. Cannot switch. No Hawaiian shirt, man, dog. You need to put a little distance between me and you before you start doing that. Crouch Fierce getting hit with the fireball. Again, that pensive play, not really working out. He's starting to turn it up, but let's see if he can turn it up right now. Round start, try to do it with the animals. Didn't get it. You gotta be careful with those fireballs. You can't really do, oh, no conversion, no punish right there. I was gonna say you can't really horizontal with fireballs on reaction every single time. They're a little bit more predictive, so you gotta be careful about when you do that.
That we saw a little bit there, an attempt at a jump back air to air from Crouch Fierce. Obviously, we called that out a lot on their Urian earlier, but didn't quite work out there. Maybe not as good a button. Finds the side switch in the jump in combo. Okay, activate. Sticking young.
Here. Oh, that's sweet. Hoshi going for the raw stuff, uncooked, unseasoned. That jumping meter kick is really good. The hitbox on is really difficult to DP. You gotta be really on point to cross cut that sucker. Crouch Fierce in a better position in terms of where he was at last round, but he just needs to find those confirms. Uh-oh. Fireball time, setup time, double dash. Oh no, it's the demon in the dark, dog. About to turn off the lights.
No!
Doesn't even need it.
Neutral jump bait. Still had the V-trigger active, the second charge of it on deck, so you know Crouch Fierce is looking for that air situation. Hochi brilliantly going for the empty neutral jump to bait it out. Now, one thing, it didn't end up working out super great because obviously Crouch Fierce just lost the game, but I like very commonly with the animals from Zeku, we see the fox, right? We see the ground charge. What we're seeing, or what we were seeing in that game, and I think we're about to see it again, is we see the bird, and I wonder whether part of that is to cover the air, if exactly like that, maybe not.
I think it's more of like just trying to send something out to try to test, that ground game. But my man's just walking right through it. I think the bird is better suited for like those like post-stun kind of situations. The fox, or I guess more super, or weasel, whatever the hell you want to call it, is like a good zoning tool. But then again, you gotta be worried about the EX fireballs because that can catch that. But Crouch Fierce throwing it out. But you see what happens as soon as you get hit, it's gone. It just disappears. Like my job here is done. You did nothing. It's like, I know. Bye.
And it's been, I mean, literally one bird has gotten to do its job and nothing came of it. Ooh, no, went for the double gram and getting double duped. You dead? No, not quite dead, but the next hit is gonna do it. Ooh, blocks the wake up DP and challenges with the V trigger. Doesn't get it. Next round, once again going to Hoshi.
He is dominating this in dramatic fashion, dog. A lot of things going on here, right? I love that, Hoshi's got a lot of options for this character and just, blowing up the mistakes from Crouch Fierce, too much utilization on the V-Seal, trying to see something different. I like how he's going for the flip, but there's just not much coming from it. The reversal this time. Crouch Fierce kick does connect off the EX. Trying to get the dash up, good block for Hoshi, finds the counter rate combo, the two-piece, pushing to the corner.
Okay, there was that neutral jump again, finding that range, and the range that people are choosing to neutral jump against Zeku, not just Crouch Fierce's, but is just outside of that stand fierce range. It's like an active decision being made against walk forward stand fierce so they can whiff punish it because it takes so long to recover.
Yeah, a lot of recovery on that, especially in the seasons that a lot of the heavier buttons got added with it. Hochi in great position right here. Just needs one more hit to do it, and the fireball game really good, in terms of dealing with both these characters. Just has to find a way to finish things. The flip out. So the damage is kind of adding up. You're going to be super careful. You thought you had to confirm?
Whoa!
No go. Hoshi is like, I'm going to stay solid, dog. You thought you saw the hit? It didn't happen like that. Stay sucker free. Hoshi is one away from putting Destructive, aka Crouch Fierce, down.
And this is looking, I mean, if you're Crouch Fierce in this situation, what do you do? I mean, you're
Switch
already...
triggers. You have to switch. You got to switch triggers, dog, yeah.
You think so?
The thing is, I feel like not having a thing that's threatening the walk back, because he thinks, oh, he's going to go for a lot of air fireballs, but Hoshi's like, I'll just not do that, right? There's no reason for him to play the air game because he can play the ground game just fine. He's got the fireballs, doesn't feel threatened. He can double dash all he wants. There's nothing in terms of fear from him, on the ground. He doesn't feel uncomfortable on the ground, so he doesn't have to take the skies. It's not even an option that we've seen. We haven't even seen that many air fireballs and things like that. The jump ins are calculated from Hoshi, so why even deal with that? And the B skill, just not coming out in the clutch too much, right? We're not seeing any stun combos and things like that. We're not also seeing the other V skill come out to kind of catch Hoshi in the fireball game. So at this point, either you switch the triggers and maybe you can keep the V skill, but switch the trigger so you have some sort of comeback factor where you can be really ignorant and young, or you pull out the Urian.
But here becomes the issue with that, though, right? As you pointed out, and the lobby communicates, Hoshi has a Urian too.
Mm-hmm.
So do we end up in the same situation that we saw earlier where you're bringing something to the table, but they know your character as well as you do, so you don't get away with any of this stuff?
Yeah, I'm hoping. Oh, here we go. He's going to come through with the Thunder. The Urian on the deck. He's got to stick with it, right? He can't switch after this. He's got to climb. He's got a long climb. He's got to climb up the mountain with Urian alone. And like you said before, you got to be super stable because Hoshi definitely understands his character. I'm sure he's fought this character. Now he's started to play and pick up this character, as Chad had said earlier. So you got to be super, optimal and, less obstinate.
And already we saw tried to cheat the V-skill charge out, wasn't allowed to do so. I think that's one of the things that people really struggled with earlier in this season was, not doing a good job of keeping him from doing that, but figuring it out now. Already a strong position here. There's the stun. You gotta feel good in this situation if you're Hoshi. You've got the big character switch. Everything is gonna ride on Urian, and you have this dominant first round to go up to set point to set you up to grand finals winner's side.
Yeah, dog. I mean, you also see how difficult it is. Now you can do that air approach as Akuma, because that's one of the pain points of dealing with that as so you have to do the jump back. You really don't have big anti-airs against every single one of Akuma's approaches, right? You've got to be a little bit more predictive. The jump back jab going to come out in the clutch, but still got to put more damage on the deck. Doing good right here. Plus range, hold this Batista bomb throw. Fierce though. Hoshi. Here's the crush though. Let's see the comeback.
Oh no! Wastes a little bit of that V-trigger charge there. Not getting away with very much off that meaty fireball situation. Jump back jab charge. Gets away with the charge. Okay. Wastes the fireball a little bit, but gets the activate. And this is what you needed to see from Crouch Fierce. I love between the use of Oral Kick, Crouching Medium Kick, using these really far range pokes to threaten Akuma from a range that he absolutely could not as Zeku, and making Hoshi second guess this ground game, which is going to force him back to the air, and he has that reliable jump back jab anti-air. Speaking of anti-airs, finding the anti-air DP there was Hochi. We didn't see that very much in the Zeku matchup, but perhaps waking up a hair.
Ooh, try to jump in with the fireball. This time, you see him now switching up his jump approach immediately. It wasn't working before without the air fireball. EX fireball on the ground. EX fireball from Crouch Fierce trying to get something done. Pulse the fireball is Hoshi, but still in a great position. Blocks it out this time. No big deal, but here's the H reflector. The reversal disallows any plus range, but the advantage is running right into it, dog. That's how we Urians play out here.
I can't believe that combo worked. The low short getting right into it. Crouch Fierce, the namesake, still has the one charge on the mirror left. Really fishing with that standing roundhouse, but not quite getting it. Ooh, you tried to challenge when you shouldn't. Oh no, doesn't follow the combo.
I don't think he believed in it, or maybe he didn't have a charge, didn't believe in like the EX right after that. She stays alive, gotta be super careful about getting with the V skill. Activation from Hochi. Oh, don't jump in the fireball! Oh my god. He's moving the screen. You see how he's moving the screen, Brad?
This is everything. Hochi, with the V-trigger activated, has blown all the V-trigger now. You need the right hit confirm for this. You need like a low forward into a special in order to finish the job. Crouch Fierce still with the life lead. 18 seconds left on the clock. Crouch Fierce can get anything. You getting the fireball, neutral jump. Okay, empty neutral jump. Could have come down with a button, elects not to. 10 seconds left on the clock. Only the slightest of life leads. Still playing the safe fireball game, but stuck in this P1 side corner now.
4 seconds on the clock. Air fireball coming down the deck. Light just touches the toes. You gotta pay extra like for that on the OnlyFans. And Crouch Fierce saving himself from a clean sweep. Could this be the comeback? Could this be what he needed? That was looking dire. That was looking deadly. But Crouch Fierce ain't done just yet.
That was, I mean, something about Crouch Fierce's Yuri and inducing clench.
About that, dog. He's about that, man. I'm clenched too, watching him, watching the Sempa Hochi, starting off strong with the throw pressure, putting him into the corner. Air fireball does not connect. I like how he's using the dash under to get through and start his own pressure and get that, that good positioning.
Oh, the shimmy! I'm not even gonna hit you after the shimmy. I'm gonna throw you after. Getting some really good scaling in this situation. Clap it back with a clean round once again here on the side of Crouch Fierce, and I think we're seeing the signs of life, the adaptations, playing this much more aggressive. Those longer range pokes in that last game have now opened up this neutral game for walk forward and dash forward into low short pressure, crouch strong pressure. We're seeing that really ignorant, aggressive Urian play that you get to see now that it's been earned through this neutral game.
Here we go. Let me see if we can get more of that, though. I'm trying to see some more games. Hoshi's still staying alive. Good blocks, off that Fierce. Blocking the EX2, blocking the plus frames. But you see, that Grey Life's going to add up in the clutch, right? It's not going to add up right there, but Crouch Fierce is kind of like angling for that. If I put the Grey Life on, it's going to hurt even more for this character, so I'm going to keep the pressure going. But that's not what happened right. That's not what's happening right now. Hochi staying alive, staying strong. I like the defense from Hochi, though. You see him kind of vibing on back, saying, what if I got one more defensive, a little more fireballs, staying outside the knees distance right here where I can, safely react.
Oh, there's the big activation from Crouch Fierce, and that's, ooh, okay, went for a reset attempt, blocked.
He's out of there.
Still has one more mirror. Oh, but just gets the activation of their own, does Hochi. Okay, but using it just to set up, install the zoning. But that's unfortunate, though. Back to set point here for Hochi. Tried to cheat out the V-skill charges and set up a zoning game on the side of Urian, but Hochi wasn't going to have it. Now I'm going to demon flip over that mirror. Oh, the mirror's gone anyway.
That's so unfortunate. Like, that's one of those go-tos where I can play the zoning game, now I can stock up. But here we go. Crouch Fierce ain't out of this just yet. EX headbutt on the wake up. Fierce, no buffer, no problem. Still getting some damage on the deck. Cancel on the red fireball. At that makes distance hard to deal with. Hochi knows how to play the zoning game super well with the fireball game from this character. Now using it from the skies. Trying to get the buffer. No go. Does get the counter hit, though. Crouch Fierce has got him in the corner.
Oh no, that's so unfortunate. The trade means that the anti-air in that situation wasn't going to work, and that was a Crouch Fierce anti-air, would have led to so much damage. Still has the life lead, though, here does Crouch Fierce. Backing off, wants to get up this far and set up that V-skill charge, does get it, and that's going to lead to, either just being able to go through in the neutral or cashing out big damage. Sweep activate here on the side of Hochi. Dominant screen position.
Oh, falls on the fireball, the reset. Damn, that was sick. Does it again? The double doing on a weekend like this? Are you kidding me? Okay, Aegis is out, but not in play right now. Throws up the other one. Overhead connects. The chase down. Doesn't get the follow. We saw him try to charge. Hoshi gets... Oh my god, the fireball off the crouching medium kick. I can't believe I couldn't even keep up. Hoshi takes it. And after a scramble situation says, I like my eggs over easy, dog. Chill. Hoshi.
Crouch Fierce has to send like an edible arrangement or something to Aegis. There is something wrong with that relationship. They need to do some couples counseling. They're like, none of the mirrors have gone his way. It's like, this was one of those matchups. We saw it a couple of times where it needed to go the way you associate Yuri and Mirror is going. And it just simply hasn't gone their way.
I feel like you're 100% right. Like, you usually see something ridiculous. And I feel like if he would have had that charge, you saw the heavy kick, come up. He was charging for that. He was trying to get that out, but it just didn't come out right. Maybe a drop, a hitch, who knows? But that could have been possibly it to save himself. But Hoshi taking it back in scramble situations like that, even with a character like Akuma, with low health, it's difficult, right? You have all the options, but one hit is going to do it in many situations. So great management. But Hoshi also has such a great game plan in terms of cycling his offensive approach with the fireballs, with just approaching when they have their options too as well. That it's clear why he won, and it's clear why he's in the winner's side grand finals. Again, DR showing up strong this week, and I can't wait to continuously see them as they're moving on. Let's see if Hoji's going to be taking. Let's see who's going to be his opponent as we move to the loser side of the bracket. And we figure that out for them.
Yeah, and one more thing, just to talk, sing the praises of Hoshi one more time. I think between the utilization of EX and Red Fire in the neutral, and the fact that Crouch Fierce was never able to make the anti-airs matter, the fact that Crouch Fierce was trying to set up that V-skill charge to play this ground game, it simply never mattered. Even when the V-skill charge was actually set up and we started to see that he was able to set up that ground game, Hoshi just kind of went to the air or spent a red fireball and nullified it, and it's like, oh, well, I can just do it if I do another motion, and you need to do a V-skill charge. We are going to be able to jump into our 4th place match now. You had talked about who was going to be able to play Crouch Fierce in the losers final. It will be the winner of this, Flux Waves and Diego V, another Casa Classic.
Seeing it come through in a clutch like the V-skill right here. Diego, you're going to have to get in there, right? But she's not going to let it, come for free. Flux with this poison. We've seen nice neutral jump. Doesn't get the full piece right there. No big deal. Diego going for the V-reversal. And that's going to be really important. V-reversing this character to try to get some pushback and push them into the corner is going to be integral in trying to get things going. But again, that max, this is hard to deal with. This character is his owner, and you're going to be eating a lot of damage in terms of gray life and red life out there before you can get in.
Diego has done a fantastic job of placing these low forwards so far. I think like every low forward has ended up hitting on this counter hit at this perfect range to blow up. But the V-trigger combos on deck here for Flux Phase, cashing out into some big damage.
Boom, not enough for the finish though. Flux in a great position. Max range, double dashes up with it. Still backs off, gets hit with the B skill. Oh, now V-trigger activation puts you in the corner. You ain't got no bar to work with. Crush on the follow, doesn't get the finish, but does get the fireball. Diego saves it and makes that bar usage worth not a damn thing.
It's so tough. I feel like that dash in that situation was really smart to get all that offense started.
I mean, that's the thing about Diego. It's hard to pin him down, especially with his character. And, oh no, that's unfortunate though. I was singing your praises, but now I might be singing, singing at your funeral, dog. You push the piece up in the corner with his character. The reversal to stem off that pressure, blows that out. No big deal. Didn't get the conversion, but is out of the corner. This is where you want to be against this character. Like, you want to start your oppression and not let start, theirs in the corner.
That neutral jump Fierce is going to continue to be a really important tool here on the side of Flux. He does a great job of allowing them to neutral jump, play around something of a fireball game, but still challenge that forward movement from a different angle where you're not necessarily worried about being counter hit quite the same way. Diego finding the activation on the fireball. This is going to be big. What do we see here from Flux? Do we see a challenge? Oh no! We see... No! Doesn't finish the job! You got to keep this V-reversal safe. You have to be worried about a V-reversal from Flux to get out. Has the slightest life leads. Now does Diego.
Oh no! Chip, no dip, baby. It's over. Oh man, I feel like Diego was trying to spend as much V-bar as he could so he get back into a possible, V-reversal situation. But at the same time, it was looking long regardless. Flux had the chip, and he went for it. Now, all even out on rounds, but Diego's looking good with his lead right here.
Yeah, I mean, it's super tough, right? Like, Flux Waves with the side of Poison is going to be the one that's going to be having these big swings. Like, right, the right hit confirm into V-Trigger is 50% life. So the life lead almost doesn't matter when one touch can be pretty easily hit confirmed into 50% of your life. Heart rate goes to the V-Reversal, doesn't want to deal with those plus frames. Clapping back with the V-Reversal of their own. Lots of gray life here on the side of Diego.
Any hit's going to hurt. That crouching medium punch did a ton of damage, and Flux in a fat lead right here. Just looking for those final hits to do it right here. Diego got to do something smart. gets hit raw with that. Oh no, the wake up DP didn't work out in the clutch. You usually see it happen. Happens to me. But ain't gonna be happening to Flux as he just waits and baits. And now that's the first one for Flux. Oh no. Listen, Diego. I get you, bro. I get you. I want to see more games, though. I get you. I get what you're going through, but I want to see more games. But I know this is Flux. I know how powerful Flux can be with this character. And at the same time, you see how difficult it is, like, to get in, right? That's been the name of the game when you're fighting Poison. How good is your character dealing with the zoning from her, right? It's looking hard for Ken.
Starting to play with this fireball game, but these trades absolutely not going in your favor. Walking in behind the fireball, critically getting some of the screen real estate. I think Diego's playing the matchup fine. It's just that's unfortunate in that error situation, giving up the corner position that you had worked so hard for.
Back dash, look at this proposal, crouch mini kick. I like how Flux is kind of checking the skies a little bit too. We know there could be a V-trigger activation in the future. Diego sitting on the lead, and I like how he's backing off, like disallowing that a lot, right? Like kind of ruining the momentum here, ruining the rhythm. Nice crouch mini kick into the fireball. Nice and calm, nice and easy rhythm pacing right here from Diego. But Flux looking to activate real soon and start that big 50% life, fade away.
And we see CA on deck as well. Oh no, just too far away to finish up the combo, burning through the fire and the flames. You would think Ken would have some natural resistance to hot feet. Finding the activation, there's the hot feet.
Lighting that fire up, I see Diego, and I like how he took that zoning game that Flux is kind of applying and takes it on his own side, right? Get that lead back off, start to play that game his way. Nice DP after the throw whip. That was the smart stuff. My man's fights ahead. Diego again trying to get that lead, but here's the light buffer off the EX. He's gonna follow up. Good blocks, punish. Yes, it is. Diego knows the tech. He's got the smart stuff. That's not community college right there. That is a master's degree in masters. Ken Masters out here.
Backdash blowing up the counter pokes there from Flux Waves. Okay, flip with the EX overhead, finding the activate now. There does Flux Waves, spending the view reversal to get out of that mix-up situation. Does Diego, and finding the jump over. One bar on deck.
Have been getting a lot better. Ooh, the light Tatsu finished the 5-piece, going to close things out for Diego and put him back on the board. This is what I wanted to see. He's alternating his approach from the skies. The crossups are starting to happen. He's starting to get a lead and starting to make Flux kind of panic a little bit. He's like, damn, how do I get in? What do I do if I can't get in? I'm starting to lose life, and I want to be the one zoning and be in a better position. And it's one thing to complain about this character in terms of, oh, she can zone all day and keep you out and app that gray life and red life. But when she's on the back foot, she's got to work a little bit harder. And on the defense, even on her own side, she's got to be better about her decisions, right? You don't want to spin that V-bar for V-reversal and stuff. You want to use it for V-trigger. So that puts you on the back foot in terms of when you can land your max amount of damage, right? So you got to be careful about that. Diego with the jumping off the fierce. Heavy kick Tatsu all the way to the corner.
Diego is such a seasoned player and does such a great job of feeling out his opponent's neutral game through the course of these sets. But it's obviously something that we also see from Flux Waves. There's a reason we so commonly see these two deep in these Casa brackets. Traditionally, this does tend to go Flux Waves' way. Maybe tonight is the change. We're gonna have to see. Ooh, anti-air on the EX dive.
Okay, blocks the cross up right here. Flux lost some health right now. Back to even. No V reversal for you. Gonna throw that last one out. Flux still has EX bar for the EX whip. Can pull him close with it. Oh, spent it though. Face with the fireball. This time Diego chasing right behind. Clutch and kick conversion. EX fireball catches him coming in. There's one more hit to do it. Flux is panicking, cracking. You don't usually see this from Flux. You don't usually see Flux kind of rushing in an unfavorable situation. Diego's taking advantage of this.
What I am loving is Diego is doing one of my favorite things to see from 5 players, which is getting the lead, and then the second his turn is over, rather than forcing the issue and sitting in this mid-range, what's going on is Diego's backing way off, playing a fireball game, and forcing Flux Waves to come to him and challenging him for his mistakes, because Poison has... if Poison has to be the aggressor from this full screen range, there's only so many ways that she can do that, and Diego's playing around, blowing up her spot for it.
And this is really uncomfortable when Ken especially gets you in the corner, and I feel like Flux wants to avoid that win condition, right, so much that's making him pinch it, especially when the rounds are down. B reversal disallows some of that. He's still got some bar at the bottom. He doesn't need trigger to win this match. We've seen over and over again. He'll B reversal. He's fine with it. He's fine with playing this approach, but runs in the Molotov. Flux trying to get this comeback, and it's starting to happen a little bit more. Nice anti-air. There's the throw. Millie Rock though. Tries a conversion. This should definitely be enough. No super necessary. No super required.
One game apiece, one round apiece. Who's gonna go up 2 2-1 in this 4th place match. This is the loser semis here of, once again, the biggest bracket that we have had at the Casa.
Damn, I didn't know that. That's sick, yo. Let's go. Yo, people, make sure you guys are tweeting this out. If this is the biggest bracket, don't let it go to waste. I want to see more people coming through the deck. I want to see more people coming to watch this Ken action. Y'all don't see no Ken versus Poison like that, but you're going to see here in the Casa as he gets the crouch kick into jump right there. Second version all the way to the corner, but here we go. Flux going into the super, wants that advantage in life and wants to keep him out right after this. This is a good idea, I think. Keep that lead and keep it there, but careful of Diego. Careful throwing out that crouching heavy punch. We saw it before. He was able to punish it on reaction. Careful what you throw out, dog. Careful what you throw out.
Yeah, and being forced to use the bar to try to get in here is Diego, which is unfortunate. It leaves a lot of damage on the table. Oh, wow, from full screen? The silver Ken!
Oh my god. My man said, let me throw away everything I knew about neutral and let's go. The heavy kick Tatsu, it works. It don't matter what level, it works. When you have them so solidified on the ground game or options that aren't there, let me bring one new up on the deck. That's gonna put him up 2. One away with a heavy kick Tatsu full screen, uncooked, unseasoned, absolutely raw. Gordon Ramsay punching that sucker, and Diego's punching his way closer and closer to winner or loser side of the bracket. Grand finals, he wants to be there. Lion target combo right here. DP Ender. Brad, this is looking long.
Oh my god, stuck in the corner here. Next hit for stun? No, not next hit for stun. Finds the anti-air. Ooh, and the overhead. You getting clipped back with the golden letters? Gonna need one more touch to finish this out. Do we see from back throw to finish it out? What an answer. Diego has ascended. We have gone from the smooth brain of full screen heavy Tatsu and wake up DP all the way up through learning the game until you gradually unlearn it to finish the job, and he has peaked. He sees the game in 5 dimensions. He sees how the strings loop on themselves. Big jump in through the string that is the whip, understands the way the parallelograms are intersecting, corner combos with the grabs. Okay, Fluxway's finding a little bit of breathing room here, and this is, once again, Diego backing off.
Here we go, but Flux will make the comeback right here. He's trying his best. The activation, unfortunate. Diego now with a big punish right there. No big deal, but falls for the Molotov. Gets a throw. Flux making all this life hurt. You caught him ducking. EXDP wake up. That's not going to work out, my friend. You can CF in all day, but not all day on Flux Wave, dog. You can CF in any other time, but when you're in a tournament like Casa, you gotta be super careful what you do. When you put the chaos on the deck like that, someone like Flux is gonna notice. He's like, oh, I see what you could do. I forgot you're a kid. I forgot you like to play like that. So Flux, I like that with the blocks and the bait and the weight right there with the punish. Flux trying to stay alive, trying to give us some more games, but Diego still on match point.
Okay, there we saw, okay, that was the right spacing to challenge the flip kick, but unfortunately was checking with the jabs, I think, perhaps to challenge a different option. CA on deck for both players right now. For that low forward, doesn't quite get it. Fluxwave's playing much more patiently now, I think because he's aware of how much damage is on deck here for Diego if the right tool lands.
Exactly. Be super careful about what you throw out. Universal, I like that from Diego, but still, not leading in health. My man is bleeding out here. Flux with the EX V reversal. Put the great life on him, but the onus on him. V reversal is wasted. Nobody has a defensive. No, I'll lie. Diego finally getting that V bar up quick. Lost a lot of health. We gotta be careful with crouching heavy kicks or crouching heavy punches. I'm sorry, because Diego has punished us. You're wrong. Flux took this comeback.
No V reversal here for Fluxwaves. The slow comeback working through this life bar, but roughly 30 seconds left on the clock here for Diego. EX Tatsu, now you're stuck in the corner. What's it gonna be? Challenges the V reversal, was ready for it. Another V reversal, that would have been another bait for one. Very little life here.
Diego gets anti-air with a crouching medium punch. Damn, I was thinking I was gonna see the cross-up because that has been happening so many times, but this time Flux was aware of the wake, hit the no-dose, hit the alarm, and got him with a crouching medium punch. We are at 2-2. This is one of the tightest sets, people. If I'm not seeing this on your Twitters right now, you are messing up. If I'm not seeing this on my timeline right now, we ain't friends. Because this is going down to the wire. This is some great Street Fighter 5 action, and this is why you come to the Casa.
Fireball trades, but not working out super great here for Diego. All these fireball trades, I mean, what you need to do is, at that point, you're bargaining that your life is worth the positioning on the screen, and it's worked out now because Fluxway's stuck in this corner. Ooh, okay. Walking him down.
Look at that, stroll through the park, about to get that stun and dump, but the EX from Flux activation that's gonna allow him a comeback factor. but he's gonna do it soon. He's gonna do it now, Gohan. Do it now. Gets a counter hit whip. Doesn't have a lot of bar to work with. Build up cross up. Here we go. Diego on match point.
Once again, a little bit more scrambly of a round, but that's what we get for going up 2-2. We could very well see full last game, last round here as Fluxos begins this round the aggressor, blowing up the Tatsu. Some nice screen position here, has a decent life lead, and this is exactly what you need if you're Fluxos, but Diego with the wake up reversal.
Pops out, still Flux. Getting hit with a few of these two pieces right here, but again, when you come through, Flux is gonna check you. But yo, that V-skill, I called me a liar. Dude, that's like a raw EX. Caught him with that. That's a lot of damage right there because of the gray life. Phoenix Fireball though from Diego. No bar on the deck. He's going to be able to activate. Speaking of bars, he's going to go in the B trigger. Take him to the corner. Brad, are we going to be seeing Diego take this? This is where you want to play. This is how I win. This is how I win. If I'm Diego, I'm taking you to the corner. I'm taking you out. Diego moving on over Flux with the DP to do it. Goddamn.
I'm watching the playback on the Twitch stream right now to confirm that I am not a crazy person, but did he just win with shimmy into DP? I am watching the playback because I need to know. He did. He walked Fluxwaves down in the corner and just DP'd in the face. You have got to be kidding me to be on that level of Galaxy Brain. That's from 5th level to 6th level. The strings and parallelograms have inverted on themselves.
My man, he's becoming a black hole of knowledge of CFN, but he's doing it, dog. You can't hate on that hustle as he's moving on loser side. He's not there just yet. He's not the grand just yet. He's got one more that stands in his path. Is Crouch Fierce, who's probably watching is like, oh damn, this dude is crazy. This dude is ridiculous. My man's like, damn, that's wild. But the thing is this, right? You gotta have some of that chaos because you can't play neutral all day with Ken. You know, there's a reason why they have to go wild. There's a reason why they have to do what they have to do, right? Like, you know, we can give a lot of guff to the characters like that, but at the same time, dog, like, you gotta do what you gotta do to stay solid. You know, to disrupt the solidity, solid stuff, the solid play style, right? You know, full screen Tatsu is gonna work out because they're not looking for it all the time. And Ken's neutral ain't the best, and having to do things like that are going to disallow somebody like Flux to play normal. Now, Crouch Fierce, who has the Urian, who says forget neutral, no neutral November. You gotta be careful though.
See, one of the things though is I think Diego's anti-air game is super, super good. And one of the things that I feel like is really important in a Urian matchup, if that's what we see, which it looks like it is being able to challenge those knee drops to ensure that Urian isn't cheating these extra turns. On the flip side though, Diego tends to have to go to the air a fair bit, especially here where Urian is going to have these long-range pokes that are going to make it harder for Diego to get in. And Crouch Fierce has also demonstrated a really strong anti-air game. So it's going to be, they're both going to do a fairly effective job of forcing the other to play a more honest ground game. That's going to be interesting. Speaking of honesty, you honestly cannot whiff that Crouch Fierce in my face. I will whiff punish you.
That was smart stuff. Oh, he could have got a bigger punch, but still checking and telling him you cannot be skill in front of my face either. You have to have everything on the deck. Diego is aware to wake EX though. We get out of the corner. I like that backdash from Diego on the wake up. And now he's able to start his offense again. Gets a DP. Again, backdash though. This time from Crouch Fierce. Looking for an activation point. Let's see if the ages are going to work out in the clutch for him this time. I'm going to take EX addition off the backboard. Here we go. Let me see the dirty stuff.
One for the shimmy. No bite. Diego's fairly patient in the shimmy, it feels like, or at least he has been tonight.
Phoenix Fireball puts the mirror on his face, but the DP throw, he knew, Brad. He said, I know what's gonna happen here. I'm gonna win this trade before I even die, sucker. So stay sucker free. Diego takes the first hit.
Yo, the screen even froze with Ken standing midway through the mirror. He's like, I'm gonna let you look at it.
Rub your nose.
And there's the anti-air. Exactly. It's what I said. Look at that. You cannot get a jump in on Diego. He's going to DP you. Play this ground game, sir. But you got to play it honestly because I got those standing shorts. You're not going to be ready for it.
You see the punish right there off that toe tap, dog? Man, Diego ain't into that. I like how he knows the minus frames. Okay, here we go. Activation. Whoa. This could be the comeback. You need to have this. Still gets it off the backboard again. Reset. What we got? Crouch Fierce looking for the second activation a lot. Not as good as the first one in terms of the mirror pressure, right? A lot less, you know, plus frame points. It may not even matter. Throws it out raw. Crouch Fierce looking for a moment again. DP right through it. DP right through it into the super dog. He knows. And this time he comes with an even fatter punish. Pull a little spice to make it nice.
The second that mirror came out and Crouch Fierce started walking, I knew exactly what Diego was going to do. I was like, this man, Diego started walking forward. I was like, he's DPing the second you get to that mirror. Diego is not afraid of your mirror. When the first mirror came out, I don't know if you noticed in the corner when Crouch Fierce popped that first mirror, Diego stepped forward, stepped into Urien to get that space from the mirror behind him. Imagine the cojones that you have to have the mirror behind you and Urien in front of you and hold forward on your arcade stick. Not just to not block, not just to hit buttons, but to, oh, you're approaching me?
Oh, you're approaching me? And with the anime, dog.
Diego hit him with the, I can't very well beat the shit out of you from over here.
All right, let's go. Hey, man, we staying with the JoJo, baby. Is that a JoJo's? Is that a JoJo's reference right there? Is that a JoJo's reference? Yo, Batista Bomb, here we go. Crouch Fierce coming back with a better round start and trying to finish things off. I like the anti-air jab. Not many Uriens do it, but I haven't seen Crouch Fierce, you know, employ that, but here's the activation. And you in the corner. This is how I win. This is how I win, says Diego, but you can't get touched or tapped. Gotta be careful with that. Ooh, no confirm. Don't have block punish. Crouch Fierce.
That max range, the nice buffer on that standing jab to clean out that round. That was a tougher one for Diego, obviously, as we started to see. And maybe here, seeing some signs of life from Crouch Fierce. Max range stand Fierce, getting away with charging that, showing him what are those? Those are nothing.
I like how he started to employ a lot less, you know, things that are not as minus, right? We saw the toe tap and things like that. And the trade combo, though, from Crouch Fierce, going for the B skill instead of any sort of Oki at all. He's just like, listen, I want to have this big fireball. The Ignite Thunder. Oh, EX gets punished, though. Diego on the tings right now. Dash up, wait for this man
what
to do
did
something.
I say?
Cross cut, DP on those ashy knees. EX, one more hit for the stun. Oh, you thought you could bait it out and ain't done just yet. For the activation point, where is it, Brad?
I mean, from Diego, we're not going to see it because going for that V reversal has a little bit left in the tank. One more mirror left, but Diego doesn't care. Not worried about the shimmies. He's so patient. He is willing to take the throw. There is no fear, Shakespeare. A little bit of life left. Even on the trade with that, okay, we've got the V skill left. Diego even willing just to block that. We don't see him trying to challenge and jump over. Content to just play this fireball game of his own. Wants to get the bar. Don't you dare neutral jump.
Bro, it was a setup. It was a setup. He got to the place. He was like, wait a minute. Why are there cops everywhere? It was a setup the entire time. Diego with the old school right there. Yo, checking the dash right there. Ain't gonna happen for someone like Diego. He's getting in. He's getting the counter hits. He's getting things done. All right,
What did he say?
Back in the corner. Again with the DPs, dog. You are on deck with it, Brad. You knew what's going to happen. I might as well call you Miss Cleo out here, dog. You calling it all.
That's what the M stands for tonight. Doc is in the chat somewhere. That's what the M is tonight. Once again, quit trying. You don't get to do it. Don't spend your bar on it. Diego is ready. You think you're the first Urien that's tried to drop some knees on him? Ooh, no, you don't even get the anti-airs. Screw you and your Crouch Fierce. Get back into this P2 side corner. It says, Diego, all this bar, I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me. Big cash out here on deck for Diego. MTV not going to matter.
Ooh, I like that EX Fireball spinning. Now we're getting the plus frames right there. Activation. It's a reflector. There's a fireball. EX tackle. Crouch Fierce is finding these moments to contain the chaos. There's Diego, right? I feel like the round start so well for Diego. At least that last one did, especially where he was like, I feel like it's going in my direction, and then my man calms it down. Also, you saw that he was trying to bait out the EX headbutt, and it just didn't work out, and that allowed Crouch Fierce to get out of the corner and start that pressure. Right? So things like that are leading to better situations. If I'm Diego, I'm looking at that like, okay, I got to stop these moments, right? If I'm trying to bait something out, be a little bit safer.
Playing a little bit slower here. No, actually not slow at all. Crouch Fierce with a whole lot of buttons here, really expressing themselves in this space right now. Has Diego locked into this corner, but finding that way out already. Okay.
Headbutt that, my friend. Cross-ups are hard to deal with unless you got maybe like the V skill or something. Side switch, EX, back in the neutral. Never mind, no neutral November, baby. We're going to the EX tackle. But no big deal. Crouch Fierce in a better position again. This is where he wants to stay, but, in the corners where you don't want to play, Diego's got him caught and locked here. EX Fireball, catches, falls in the Fireball again. DP follow-up right here. Diego is watching out for everything, keeping everything as up close as possible.
And I like when Diego gets his opponents on the corner and V-Gage is on the table, you start to see that they play very much around. Oh, what is this? I got hit.
Your combo! This is ridiculous. That's the dirty stuff right there. Crouch Fear says, listen, y'all were talking mess. Y'all were talking mad all about my age reflector setups. I got something for you. I got something for you. It worked out in the clutch. This is what we wanted to see from a lot more from Crouch Fierce. Gets a punish right here. Big pickup right here. Optimal EX into the corner. Fierce put him down to the ground.
If you're Diego, you need to be fearless. We start to see some of that patience. There's that jump back jab. Okay. Challenging the knee drop once again. Finding the crossover. Ooh, holding some north on the arcade stick here is Diego.
Yeah, he don't want to go south right now. Dog trying to stay alive. Crouch Fierce, though, working his way closer towards V-Trigger. Blocking all this out. Each fireball lands in the clutch. Diego got to keep it here and lock him down. Yo, 4 Fierce. Yo, the counter hit 4-piece. I ain't seen that one in a while. Activation from Diego. Trying to means, get it done against Crouch Fierce. Got to find a few more confirms, but here we go. It's right there. Crouching Fierce right here. Living up to the name as you've been saying before. What to do with the overhead? Looked a little bit too long in that mirror, dog. Studying yourself a little bit too long.
Yeah, I mean, we had seen that Diego keeps being content. If Diego isn't churning DP through things, which he only seems to do when it's guaranteed, by which I mean to say when he's not worried about the result of the trade, he's holding down back, not biting in the shimmies. We really haven't been seeing it all that much. So going for the overhead there is really smart, both because A, you've not brought it out yet, and B, you already know the data is there that Diego's default is down back.
Facts. Now I like this right here. Punish on the Fierce right here. The back throw. Fierce going in right here. I like this continuous pressure. I like how he's trying to keep this character in the corner. He's got the meter too to deal with any sort of bust out, but don't matter. Diego going in. Actually going outside. Not a punish though. DP right there from Diego. And now we're all the other side of the screen.
That was an unfortunate jump over there for Diego. Stuck in this corner. Blocks it. No, doesn't. Gets blown up for the DP. And we've been singing Diego's praises, but Crouch Fierce on set point to make it back up to that grand finals and finish out the job. Wants to finish what they tried to start against Hochi. Is Diego going to find the signs of life?
Yeah, I mean, that just shows you how strong Crouch Fierce is, right? We can sing praises about Diego all day, but Crouch Fierce coming out in the clutch here, one away from taking this, one away from doing it. But you got to be careful because we saw Diego kind of take things back in the clutch. Both of them super strong. Both of them great competitors here, but Crouch Fierce is up. Life dwindling down, gets a jump in though. 4-piece taken to the corner. No anti-air, no problem.
Crouch Fierce kind of starved for resources here. Diego has the V-Trigger on deck. Okay, gonna see some corner pressure. Do we see... All right, working their way out. Look for like a fireball activate or V-Dash activate. No, gets the towards kick activate. Stun becoming a problem here for Crouch Fierce. Okay, we see, look at these challenges. Playing around a V-reversal there from Crouch Fierce. Crouch Fierce getting the Aegis activate anyway. Diego backing off a little bit. Squid trying it. Just because you ain't brought it out doesn't mean I'm not ready for it.
Dog, Diego. So I ain't done yet. I ain't done done playing. My controller's still in my hand. I'm still fighting. Diego with the DP and staying alive against the Age is super important. I like that. Didn't want to bet on the DP, no big deal, but I don't like not confirming as Crouch Fierce going to go for the D-skill power point after that knockdown. And going to be able to rule the neutral a little bit better. See, the fireballs have been a problem, a pain point to deal with, but it don't matter. You're stuck in the corner. When can you throw that out? When can you play the fireball game? Well, we out of it. Ashy means out from the skies. EX edition this time. The XDP, though, put you back away. Back on the shelf. Tatsu in the corner. Oh, you thought? That's the season 1, baby.
Yo, this is tough. Diego playing. Ooh, has learned that V-reversal will never be the play. You always have to put all the eggs in the Aegis basket. And Diego feeling the power of the Long Island Spirit Bomb from the chat to bring back 2-2.
Is that fair? To give them the power up right there, but he needed it, right? He needed to have something, and he has clutched it. He's found his way closer and closer to victory, but it's not over yet. When you are at the finale right here, it is who has the mental drive to take it, right? You play all these matches, loser side, you know this is the final one, right? Who will stay alive?
Ooh, oh no, another drops confirmed there. That's going to be decent damage here on the side of Crouch Fierce. Last game of our losers finals gets the full charge on the fireball there. Does Crouch Fierce. Diego trying to get the advantage here in this fireball game.
Watch me to kick. EX catches him. And the medium punch, but not anything buffered right after. No big deal, though. Diego trying to get in there, but he's been taking a lot of damage just trying to advance. Fireballs aren't too good. I mean, they're probably just as bad as Yuri's, to be honest. But now, with that V skill, oh, never mind, it's not stocked up. He was able to catch him. Diego's got him caught in the corner. Gets the counter, it doesn't complete. He backs off with a fireball. I like how he doesn't complete. He just kind of backs off, but here we go. Ace reflective time. Let me see them dirty things. I don't want to see something nice. I want to see with the spikes, baby.
And of course it's gonna be that. And what did I say? When he's not worried about the trade, he's gonna do it. Life about even here. Diego still with V-Trigger on deck. Has this fireball game set up. Finds the charge, the space to activate the V-skill there. Does Crouch Fierce walking him down, but Diego still has this V-Trigger. Big jump in. No anti-air there from Crouch Fierce. And finds the landing, the trip guard there. Does Diego to go up to set point. First time in the set.
Diego. Swinging things back. I mean, it was clutch, right? This is why it's 2-2, man. It's down to the wire between the two. Crouch Fierce getting whip punished here. Jump in, denied here, but still gets a Tatsu ender right here after this combo. We're going in, EX headbutt, we back to mid-screen.
Okay, whip punish on the towards strong.
Yes. Okay, careful with those knees, though. We've seen them get DP, but needs him in the sky. A little bit of damage.
This is part of what I mean, like, if Crouch Fierce gets this charge, but he's surrendering screen space to get the V-skill charge, and Diego's capitalizing, and if Crouch Fierce ends up in the corner, that's big. So much of this is going to rely on this Aegis. What's the mix-up going to be? No, just keeps him in the corner. Going to work the way out. V-reversal through the EX. Fireball doesn't want it. Oh, no!
The trade!
Doesn't finish up with the trade!
He's backing off. He don't want to get hit. One hit or hit to do it.
Why
Diego
would
with
you
the
do
SFV.
it?
One more hit to do it. There's a fadeaway. Diego moving on to loser side. Grand finals over Crouch Fierce, over one of the clutchest sets I've seen this year. Come through the Casa, baby. We got it all. Nah, son. Y'all need to be coming through. Y'all need to be coming through on this. Diego coming through. Y'all need to be coming through as Diego moves on the loser side. Clutches a play, noticing my man was up in the skies, take him down and back down to the ground.
Yo, you see the Long Island Spirit Bombs in the chat. Everyone is in this corner. This was the matchup that they wanted to see. And Diego V versus Hochi RD. Grand finals.
Yo, the names are bars. The names are bars. You check that, yo? The names are bars.
I am so glad that I get to be on the mic watching this one tonight. And I hope that all of you have enjoyed watching this tournament and this top 8. If you have, please be kind enough to give us a follow on Twitch and on Twitter so you know when we're going to be doing this. We are here every week. We've got the Grand Blue that hits you right before Street Fighter. Thank you, St. Cola, for joining us on the mic tonight, taking a break from your busy schedule to watch these ridiculous games.
I mean, dog, I'm gonna hit you with the real. These games are CPT level to me, all right? This play is absolutely ridiculous. And what I have seen at the Casa is what you would see at a top level CPT. I mean, the players that you've seen here have been in CPT top 8s, top 16s, and things like that. So it's no surprise level that you're going to be seeing here again. This is Grand Finals. Casa Online, Street Fighter 5, Hoshi in the winner's side, Diego loser side. People, Brad, let's get it.
So, Ken Akuma, presumably, Hoshi's been playing Akuma all night.
Let's do this.
I'm trying to get a sense of, I mean, Diego's anti-air game is going to be as good as it is. That air fireball as a threat makes it so much harder to deal with. So I wonder what adjustment Diego is making just off the rip, coming straight into the match. Like, how do you do that? How do you force that ground game?
Ah, man, I don't know, man. I mean, it's desperate, right? Because dash to get checked, especially from a character like Akuma, it's gonna be difficult, right? You got the lights, things like that lead into so much in terms of maybe not like a lot of damage, but a lot of corner carrying Oki, right? And I also think like the airport's gonna be difficult too because he's got the fireball too. It's kind of change the trajectory and the demon flip as well. At the same time, the way Diego plays these matchups, you can tell he has specifics. He's a character master of masters right here, right? Like he's put the time in, but Oshi with the great round start gets a dash up throw as well off that. Really strong.
Yeah, I mean, I said earlier for the first match we saw with Diego is one of, if not my favorite Shoto player to watch in 5. I love watching his Shoto play, every week. It is independent of Ken because he has a Ryu as well. But this is where you're going to get challenged against the strongest Shoto of the title.
I mean, it's there, right? Like, this character's ridiculous. Waits and baits, hits him with the back throw. I mean, Hoshi was 3 steps ahead. Dog said, you ain't gonna EXDP, cool, I'm gonna grab you. And Diego's hesitation got him taken down. And he's taking down with his EX Fireball. Round start 2 as well. Hoshi just dominating the neutral with this character. You have to introduce some chaos. You have to do it quick. Good jumping off the Fireball. Great read. Read on like a children's book. And my man has already seen the pages coming outside the lines and getting it done with a stun.
Now, we don't have the damage here. No, maybe you do. No, you don't. Doesn't bother going for a reset. You trust the 2 of the life lead. Finds the future activate here, does Diego. But if you're Hoshi, you don't really need to be scared, right? This is still at least a 2-touch game, if not 3. What do you have to be scared of? Absolutely nothing, as your instant air EX Fireball cleans out this first game for yourself. You've been watching losers semis, losers finals, but you're sitting pretty. You're making a strong claim. You may have beaten everybody else, but you ain't beat me yet.
That's the thing. I mean, you saw how dominant the neutral was right there. EX Fireball coming out in the clutch. But one of the many options that make this character super strong. And just, you see the disallowance of starting the chaos in the neutral, right? That Diego isn't able to play, right? Like, he wants to put a little bit of spice in there and get the corner carry going. It's not happening. It's not allowing, you know, Ken to play his way. DP, you said Diego's got them. Hoshi's got those too.
Ooh, okay. Diego still got him, though. Served and returned. Looking like a tennis match right now.
Ooh, okay, crush on Hoshi. Dialing it out.
Diego we're seeing a very different approach in the neutral here. A lot of these buffers behind that standing short. Ooh, okay, that trade working out decently here. Finding the jump in over the air fireball, but no, lands into the towards fierce target combo there from Akuma. Ooh, okay, just close enough to get around that fireball with the DP.
Blocks the V reversal. Hoshi still a little bit of trigger left, but Diego on a great lead right here. Starting to fade a little bit. No, confirm up the light, just checking, just poking away in neutral. That's perfectly fine right now, right? You got the lead. The time is winding down. Hoshi, you know, he's got to come to you. He's got to, you know, do things on your side of the screen. EX Fireball again, 40 seconds on the clock. So I make Hoshi kind of panic a little bit and throw out some things that are a little bit more punishable or easily dealt with from Diego.
But I love this. We're seeing Diego's not really taking any risks, unfortunately, walking into that air EX Fireball there, landing on that red Fireball, and now you're in this rough spot. Hoshi, with the advantage here, gets the jump in over the Fireball, and I loved that round so much until that point, but literally just the knockdown on that TK EX Fireball did so much for Hoshi to establish that. Went from backed up into the corner without the life lead to an advantageous knockdown, finding the jump in now over a Fireball in the second round here. Looking on the verge with all this momentum to go up with a quick 2-0.
Oh, one more hit for the stun and done, dog. EX Fireball, hold these plus frames. This is the thing about this character. Even the corner still very strong. Diego having to activate on the precipice of losing life and stun. Gets a knockdown off the Fireball. No big deal, though. Hoshi still has a lot of life to play. Checks him. Dashing. Minus speed limit and minus EXDP knockdown. Woo! EXDP on his wake up from that distance. Diego feels a certain way, dog. You know he does. But he's still not dead just yet. Thunder kick landing, blessing the dome. That's a Dewey right there. Blocks the activation. Right, he's gonna be able to make this comeback.
Oh no, that was almost it. Minded the gap, threaded the needle through the Fireball, but wasn't quite quick enough to challenge Hoshi on the way down. Blocks the stand fierce and gets blown up for it. 2 games up. On the winner's side here is Hoshi, going in to tournament game now. If Diego wants this, Diego's gonna need the energy of that Long Island Spirit Bomb.
How many of you putting your hands on this, guys? Again, another dash check. Mind the speed limit. You're going 60 and a 25. It's a children's zone, dog. You gotta chill. Hoshi's been checking those with the lights, and it's been such a strong option. Crouching medium kick, gets a counter hit, pushing Diego to the corner. But we out of there. Back throw now. This is how you win, Diego. Wake up, B-skill. But you thought a Fireball was coming, but still, Hoshi.
Oh no, doesn't quite get the crosscut DP there. Instead, meaty Fireball not working out. Stuck in this corner. Ooh, we saw attempts of something to try to get out. Knocked down for it. Hoshi, really dominant position here. TK Fireball working out once again. It has been the money move of this match. Diego with no life left goes for the Fireball. Unfortunately, gets jumped in on, and Hoshi is at tournament point.
The quickness, dog. We want to see more games. I want to see more games, people. Don't you want to see more games? Give your power up to Diego right now.
finding the anti-air does Diego. Walking Hochi, trying to walk Hochi down, but Hochi so great with all of these challenges here. There's great utilization of the low forward. Everything that I've said positively of Diego tonight, I can equivalently levy against Hochi here.
Hochi has such a great fireball game. His checks in neutral are super great, and you see that Akuma gets such a big reward. But here we go. DP gets a Tatsu Ender, playing his corner game, but the checks from Hochi again. You see Diego's backing off. He's like, I know it could come. The side switch meatless from this character. He gets fireball from this distance. Let me play a little bit of zoning game. DP pickup. Gets a throw. Okay, but feature on the deck. It don't matter though. Breaks the draw, breaks the glass, and Diego saves himself from the game point. Hochi's still on it though.
Yeah, going in with a fair bit of resources though, that's nothing to scoff at here. Akuma doesn't have a whole lot of life. If you're able to use these resources the proper way, you can open yourself up to a big lead. You just need to be able to get through this neutral. Hochi, no slouch in the neutral. Keeping stuff kind of slow. Diego, slightly the aggressor right now, finding a little bit of lead room for the low forwards, but Hochi's fireball game still immaculate. I love Diego's use of that standing short, walking into these ranges to challenge it, but there's that target combo once again from Akuma, and that's the threat. You want to play that short range game, but you're going to walk into it and get blown up. That priority system going to blow up in your face. Finds the anti-air, threading the needle with that fireball once again.
I like that option right there. Yo, catches him coming through with the EX dive kick. Pay a little bit for that. Diego in a great position in terms of health. We haven't been seeing this before, but this could all turn around. B trigger activation. It could be the turnaround. This character's super strong. Still got some bar at the bomb to work with. Also, what you're going to use it. Blocks the EX. Expects a turn. You see him just alternating his options. DP from Diego. Gonna get a throw. No go. EX fireball plus frames. Oh, it could be still anybody's game. Hochi can still take this, but Diego in a way better position. He's got the bar. Got to be careful whiffing out things. That's probably a missed input right there. That overhead. Probably trying to be a fireball, but no big deal. Hochi not punished. 30 seconds on the clock. Anybody's game, Brad. Anybody's game.
No.
Don't get hit. Don't get touched. Diego needs this. He needs to have this. He needs to have this activation. Gets a shimmy. There we go, Brad. We still alive. We still got more games to play.
Yo, biting in the shimmy does Hochi so close. The time not on his side. The screen real estate running out. Eventually, it was time to, make your decision or get off the pot. And unfortunately swings on the wrong opportunity. Diego finding the signs of life necessary. Is this going to be the beginning though? Do we see, has he overcome the static friction? Is it moving up the hill or not? We're going to have to see.
I don't know. I mean, even in that round, Hochi still felt like he was super strong and was down to the wire. So Diego's got to take all the moments that he had found, all the things that he applied in that match and put them all together. But Hochi off to a better round start than he had maybe had before. Previously, good jumping with the fireball, good blocks. I should say from Diego. Block that out, take his turn back here. Got the fireballs, so that max distance, got to play around that crouching mini kick range. Yours is not as good, but the DPs are on the deck from Diego.
Ooh, oh no, doesn't get underneath the fireball that time. Diego's spacing on the DP with respect to the air fireball has been pretty consistent so far, but not going super great for him that time. Hochi walking into the fireball, into the activation though. No, went for a cheeky little reset off the crouch short, but finding the anti-air. Okay, side swap. Ooh!
DP. No, you thought? Stay sucker free again, says Diego with the punish. And you see Hochi a little bit on the back, will get a little more impatient in some of these exchanges. And Diego noticing, waiting and baiting and evading.
Impatient is absolutely the word. That's what we're starting to see there from Hochi. Just these little, it's tiny things, but not waiting to play these out. That's what cost him in that last game, right? Backing all the way up to the corner, making the impatient decision, getting blown up in the shimmy.
EX, Tatsu comes from the clutch, the stun. Yo, Diego getting it done. And he is one more match away from resetting the bracket.
The Long Island Spirit Bomb is real. 2-2.
Yo, the chat's going wild right now. The chat off the tings right now. Y'all kind of going in right now. But y'all need to give all that support for your mans. Yo, Hochi got his mans up in here, or his people up in here. I need to see y'all coming through. I need to see. Oh, is he gonna go Urian? Are we gonna see the Urian? We saw how Diego dealt with the Urian though. Is that really the move?
I don't know. Especially you have another set to levy. I wonder. It's rough, right? Like, if you do that, you are making a couple of assumptions, right? One, you're trusting that your Urian is up to snuff and warm. Two, you're trusting that Diego is not going to come in with enough understanding of your Urian that you're going to be able to levy your read on his Ken faster than he's going to get a read on your Urian. And
Right.
I mean, if you lose, you can still go into the next set, but you don't have that card in your back pocket anymore. If you make these switches, you've now exposed him to it. Going into the Shin finals, Diego's seen everything that you can bring to the table if you do that.
Yeah. I mean, it's tough, right? We're gonna see what he does right here. I mean, either option to me, I feel like Akuma's the right pick. Playing a little bit safer.
No, I agree.
Acknowledging that neutral situation and kind of living in that. That's where the character lives.
Yeah.
And he's gonna stick with it. You just need a second to calm, chill out, relax. Kick up the shoes like he's at the Casa dog, and really realize his options with this character. I mean, he's got to rotate them a little bit better on the offensive side and keep that momentum going if he wants to take down Diego. Because Diego, on the other hand, has been checking him from everything that he's trying to do. He's got to rotate them better. Walks right in the crouch, doing the kick from the fireball. Round start. Diego starting off great. Hochi got to swing things back, but getting checked with the fireball. You see Diego with the pokes that disallows some of that fireball pressure. A little bit of a poke there to say, hey, you can't be doing that for free, dog. I get punished. And there's a punish right there. Tatsu, Ender, and the throw.
Okay, finding that. Oh my god, these counter pokes. Brilliant. Diego seeming so on right now. This is the Diego we were seeing in all of these other rounds. It's like it took a little while just to wake up to Hochi. It's like, oh, okay, I get it. These are the ranges. This is what's going on. Finding the activation there. Does Hochi with the V-trigger activation. Gets the body swap. The auto shimmy in the Torrid Spears.
That's where this character's ridiculous. Having options like that, a million options, trying to buff that stun and try to get it done. Now Hochi's got a little bit of the lead in terms of, health. Not in bar in terms of trigger. That's all gone, but he can still work with this character. I mean, all it takes is like an EX bar and a prayer. Even without EX, it's still super strong. Diego does have V-trigger, can pop this sucker and let something rock here. But max distance, this is Akuma's game. Did I just say max distance is Akuma's game? Got a lot of ways in. One more jump in to do it, and Hochi takes that one more way. Are we gonna be seeing a bracket reset? I don't know, Brad. I don't know, dog.
I don't know. Hochi woke up a little bit through the course of that round, ultimately working the way out of the corner to clean that job out back on tournament point. Diego's gonna need to keep this going. Oh no, clipped by the red fireball.
I didn't know it was possible.
Diego a little bit on the back foot. Okay.
Wow. Okay, you skill the fireball, okay. You take a little bit of great life, but no big deal because he's still putting on the pressure. It's all gone. Still gets it confirmed. Diego getting the EX dash up. Great tech to stay alive.
Oh, damn, we don't care about your fireball game.
Damn, it's because the fireballs are not good. Hochi getting the jump in, getting the dash up throw. One more hit to do it, EX plus frames. Oh, here we go. Could this be the comeback? Could this be what Diego needs? DP taking one in the corner. What's the wake up option? Takes the throw. Can't take too much more though. Smart at the bottom. Don't let this man hit you. Don't let this man touch you or tap you. Hochi with the raw activation, dog. Don't do that raw. You gotta cook that sucker. That could be bad.
My God!
Hochi will be taking this week's Casa off that weighted and baited DP. Our DR coming in strong, dog. I can't even talk. Seeing that great Hochi play was ridiculous. They are your winner, your victor of Casa Online this week. Y'all, do you want to see more of that DR play? You're seeing it here, Casa style, baby. God damn. I can't.
That was so brilliant. Diego got to the point of any hit to do it, still had the V-trigger, but Hochi hung on exactly long enough to get the space that they needed. What a brilliant performance from the brink, up from 2 games up, and almost succumbing to the Long Island Spirit Bomb, but batting it away at the last second like a true Dragon Ball character, waiting to come back, getting that Zenkai boost. We thought Diego was the pro tag, but not tonight.
Nah, man's looking a little like Vegeta out there. He thought it was enough, but it wasn't against Hoshi. And I gotta say, man, all these sets have been great. I've been watching them, the pool play, up in the winner side, loser side, top 16, all that stuff like that this entire time. And it's always great. It's always fun to watch, Casa. It's always great to see, the level of play that's out here because it's so strong, and you're seeing a lot of these players do work, right, in CPT tournaments and things like that. And I am 100% on this. When CPT returns offline or online, whatever, for the East Side of region, you're going to be seeing a lot of these players that you've been seeing in Casa get more and more. They're going to be more Casa alum coming through. But good stuff to Hochi. I mean, that Akuma play is ridiculous. A lot of people have kind of maybe been a little bit downer on the character in terms of he's not top 1 anymore, he's top 3. I still think he's top 1, but you see that being able to rotate the options like that is not something a lot of characters have, and he was able to rotate those options like the side switch Tatsu off the four in the four fierce. That's the kind of thing that other characters don't have. But to be able to use those options, it takes a master level like Hoshi. So shout out to him. Shout out to Casa. Shout out to you, Brad, for the great commentary. Yo, shout out to people in the chat. Make sure you guys are running the rest of the codes. The Macherino, give them that love. Yo, it has been a fantastic time. Brad, do you have anything else you want to say to the people?
I want to throw it over to Bunch, who has hopped in. As we see, it's probably a little late for y'all, but we do see the Kobe in the background. But let's throw it over to Bunch, who has popped in and is waiting very patiently to say some stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yo. Wait, am I on here? All right, yeah, cool. Yo, Cola, I love all that professional shit, but get that shit out of here. I got some shit to say. Yo,
All right, all
shout
right.
outs to DR. Shout outs to DR. So quick little story, right? So I was talking to my staff in the Discord. I'm like, yo, we get we should put Puerto Rico and DR, like, send out an invitation and bring them in here. And they were all like, yeah, fuck it, do it. I was like, all right, bet. I'm gonna do that shit. And then a week literally went by, and I was like, I was supposed to do something last Friday. And then suddenly I started looking at the challenge bracket, like I said, I never should do. And suddenly there's Dominican players just joining for no reason. I never invited these people, and they just suddenly showed up, and I was like, "Oh my god, that's what I was supposed to do. I was supposed to tell DR and Puerto Rico to come through, but they invited themselves." And I was like, "You know what? Just flow with it. Let's see what happens." And sure enough, homies came through, lit shit up. I'm so proud of y'all for coming through. Dominican the Dominican power. I'm not Dominican, but people keep calling me Dominican, so I'm gonna ride with it. Dominican power all day. Yo, shout out to y'all, Dimelo, Kalo K all day. Yo, y'all want a Casa come through again next week, please. Bring Kaba, men. I see you come through. Sign up. Tell all your people. If y'all need any links, let me know. We'll have everything up by Monday. Um, from Monday to Friday, these links are up, so you don't need to wait till Friday to sign up. Um, Shout outs to everybody that signed up. We had the biggest bracket we've ever had in, what are we, 10 months now? No, we're not 10 months, like 7 months or something like that. We've had 44 players. I'm so proud of everybody. Did I eat ramen for dinner? No, I had leftover pizza. I still have some leftover pizza. Shout outs to St. Cola, CPT commentator coming through, hanging out with us. God
I
bless you,
got you,
brother.
babe.
I'm so proud of you. Brad, I hate
Oh,
you.
that's
Dom,
fair.
shout outs to you, holding it down always. Dormancy, Monkey holding it down for Grand Blue. The Wonder Twins, Doc, CMOS holding it down. Thank you. Um, who I forgot. Yo, shout outs to Diego, baby. Yo, I love you. Feel better, bro. Um, yo, Crouch Fierce, you gotta win one of these one day, bro. You're starting to look like old Flux Waves.
Oof.
And I think I'm out.
Yeah, so he's done. That's it. That's for the night. And as always, we don't want to keep Dom for too much longer. I know you said your goodbyes, so I'll just say thank you for coming through to echo a bunch of sentiment. Thanks all of you for watching. Thanks everybody who participated. And with that, hope everyone enjoys the. Oh, it is no longer Friday the 13th either. We managed to get through the night without anything too wild or crazy happening.
Woo, spooky. Have a good night, everybody. Peace out.